Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy here, for nerds by nerds, and I just wanted to do a quick intro before the actual video begins because a little while back, me and my brother Ryan did a played in a game for Brigade called The Frozen Chosen with GM Juice. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and also at some point, during while you're watching it or afterwards or whatever, down below there will be links to the other RPGers that took part in the game. So go check out their channels. Go subscribe. They're all really great role players. They have great channels. You want to check it out. So go check out the video and enjoy the game.
All right, this is Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, the Frozen Chosen for the YouTube RPG Brigade Brigade Con, and we're raising money for Child's Play. So you're definitely encouraged to go raise money for Child's Play. Donate what you can, because it's going for a good cause, children in hospitals. So yes, go and donate. And Posey wants to match everybody, so he'll match up to $10 if you guys can go donate $10. So go do that, and then also, if you got some time, go check out the Tabletop RPG one-shot group. And if you like games like this, that's the perfect place to go play in games like this. So with that, I'm going to go around. Everyone can promote their channel. And then I want them to introduce their character and why they have come to the Arctic or why they are in the Arctic and seeking out some things. So I will start with you, Posey.
Hello, my name is Philip Posey, and I run the channel Maps and Dragons. Today I will be playing Sir Legio Delavine, the Eldritch Knight. And House Delavine has actually sent him out here into the Arctic to secure a family relationship with another household. And how they're going to do this is through marriage. But in order to show his worth, he has to go out into this Arctic and prove his worth. So, that is why he's out here adventuring. On a side note, House Delavine has sent him out here into this wasteland because they really don't like good people in this family. And you can find out more about them in my video called Terra.
Very good, very good. Okay, with that, we will go to AJ Pickett.
Hey everybody, I've got my camera turned onto my gnome face here because my feed's notoriously bad. I have a YouTube channel which is under AJ Pickett on YouTube, and it's titled The Mighty Glue Stick, and handling crafting stuff and things like that. I'm playing the character called Blath Rotface. He's a battle master fighter, a human, and his background is he was a dirty, rotten pirate who was betrayed. Had everything stolen from him and was left for dead, and was hideously wounded across his face, leaving him with a scar which opens up his cheek and exposes his teeth. Which he has a huge chip on his shoulder, doesn't like human beings, doesn't really like anybody's company, but he does what he needs to survive. He's found himself on this ship, another ship once again, in the Arctic, because he's basically reached a point where his endurance for surviving in the wild is at an all-time low. He's caught the pox, he's feeling weak and feeble, and he realizes he can't live another winter by himself.
Very good. And next we will go to Andrew, or SR2 Joker.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm Andrew Knapp. I run the YouTube channel SR2 Joker. I do a lot of stuff on Dungeons and Dragons, Palladium recently, as well as many other RPGs. Check it out, lots of tabletop stuff going on there. For this game, I am playing the half-orc war priest named Grumgall. Grumgall was very much a man that didn't fit in either the human world or the orc world, so he lived on the fringe of society. Being an outcast, he took up as a pirate. He served under the orcish captain named Thaddeus Hellscream. At one point during his servitude, the ship got knocked over by a goblin warband. Everybody was killed except Grumgall, so he set out on a mission of revenge. During this mission, he came down with what Grumpsh, his god, would call the prideful rage. He started to think that rage belonged to him instead of his god, so he switched his weapon from the war spear to the battle axe, which angered his god because Grumpsh favors the spear. His god forsook him. He came into a near-death experience. Now that he's recovered, he's prayed for days and days, asking Grumsh what he needs to do to receive his blessing again. Grumsh has told him to go to the Arctic Waste and seek out the blood of a frost troll. And using that blood, drinking that blood will be the only thing that returns his rage to its proper state, getting rid of the pride and serving Grumsh once again. So that is currently what he is doing.
Excellent, excellent. And so we do have a few more players that will be joining us shortly, but we're going to start without them. So we also have next is Brad Crow, also known as Blackjack Rabbit, I believe. Rabbit? I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. I'm Brad Crow, Blackjack Rabbit 1970
So
here.
if you want to go.
Oh, sorry
ahead.
about that. Cut you off. Brad Crow here. My YouTube channel is Blackjack Rabbit 1970. I'm going to be playing a halfling monk named Brother You Short, who is named by his master, #1 master, Master Shatner. The reason I'm here in the north is my master wanted me to go where no brother has gone before, so that's why I was sent here. Also, the other reason why I'm here, I heard rumors that in the sky at nighttime, the great light dragon is seen in the sky at times, and I wish to see that.
Very nice. All right. So you guys have been traveling by ship. All of you have been together on this ship with just a few other sailors, and it's actually been pretty peaceful. The skies have been pretty clear, and you are fast approaching the port town. Now, as you fast approach this, you do see a giant crane off the docks that you would know is used to help lift some of the boats out of the water to help repair them. It's got straps and all sorts of pulley systems associated with it. And as you pull up to the dock, who is piloting this ship, by the way? Would it be any of you currently?
I am probably the most experienced sailor here.
Okay. Then what I will want you to do is give me a piloting check.
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
actually the lookout, Juice.
You're in
Alright.
the crow's nest?
Are you going to help him?
Yeah, I
Are
only
you
have
gonna
one
aid?
eye. I only have one eye though, so take it for what it's worth.
So you give me a perception check, Andrew.
Okay.
And if you roll above a 15, you're at disadvantage because you have one eye. So if you roll above a 15, I'll let him have advantage.
Nope. Taking into account my wisdom, my best score is a 9.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Alright, so what do you want me to add to this D20 roll?
What is your high intelligence or wisdom, whatever's higher? We'll go with.
Oh, wisdom, definitely. So this will be this roll plus 2. Oh, great.
How bad was it? Okay, so as you come in, you're kind of hot, and you pretty much, it's because your spotter didn't help you out, and you come in pretty hot, and you just demolish the pier, just taking it completely out. You see a few people on the pier actually try to jump out of the way before you even hit it, because they could tell you were coming in hot.
I may have been a little bit drunk.
As you take it out, the boat starts taking on water really quick. Now you're able, if everyone's able to get off if they choose to in a timely manner, without going under the water. However, you're going to swim to shore if you choose to. Otherwise, you guys are sinking.
I want
So what
to.
do you do?
After we plow through, actually, while we're plowing through the dock, as the spot out, I yell, "Lord ho!"
So I have a question. Are there any small life rafts on this boat that I could just lower down, pop into, and?
There's barrels along the side that are empty that used to be filled with ale at some point. You could probably try to use those. But no, there is not actually a life raft.
I see. And how far away from we've crashed into the dock, and I just jump off onto it, or do I have to jump into the water?
Yeah, so anyone who was in, maybe on the back right side, if you think you were there, so maybe the captain, a couple other people, could try to jump on what's left of the dock. The rest of you will probably not be able to get back there into that because of the way everything is. You can try. It's just going to be very difficult. So the front of it is taking water, so the back is kind of dipping up. So the front kind of took out the pier.
Oh, okay.
And so anyone back here would be able to jump to the dock. Anyone not back there, so for instance, our spotter would probably not be able to do that.
Yeah, I feel like I was in the. I feel like I would have been
climb.
like right in the front of the ship as it was
Okay.
coming in. So I am going to try to, I suspect, swim into shore instead of running to the back.
Yes. So you can dive in and try to swim to shore.
Yeah, like right as it's right as I see it's going to crash in, I would like to try to jump off.
Excellent, excellent.
Right.
Okay, you can do that. Give me an athletics check to swim to shore.
Sure. So that is a 16 with no modifier.
Okay, yeah, you can swim to shore. It's pretty simple. The water, it does try to like pull you back towards the boat, but you're able to get to shore because of your natural swimming ability. Anyone else want to try?
How cold is this water?
Extremely cold.
How salty is this water?
It's actually pretty fresh, surprisingly,
really?
for being the ocean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to climb up to the back of the ship as it slowly rises up, grabbing, slicing open off one of the ropes that goes right up to the top of the mast, and all the while I'm going to be raging about me to come in under full sail and saying that I was too cowardly to do it, and I would wreck this damn ship to prove them wrong. And I climb up to the top of the back of the ship and wait, and I wait until it's reached enough height for me to jump off, go swinging around with the rope, swing up in a big, huge arc, and launch at the top of the return swing as I go around the top of the mast and do a perfect dive as close to the shore as I can get.
Okay, yeah, you can do that, and because you did such an awesome thing, and give me a swim check, just because you can get pretty close, but swim check, and yours will be a lesser DC to pass. So.
Okay, so athletics.
Yes.
Oh, I'm actually rolling on the thing. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, so that is a 13.
All right, you're able to get there. Thankfully, because you got swung around and got pretty close, you're close enough that 13 gets you all the way to shore. You do struggle a little bit. You think maybe it's because of the cold tightens up your muscles, but you get there. We'll go to you next, Grump.
Are there any barrels on the deck?
Yes, they are, and they're rolling towards the front at this time into the water.
Can I run and grab one of the barrels before they go in?
Yes. Yeah, I will let you do that. So you get down from the mast to get down and grab one?
I grab the barrel. I'm going to empty its innards and get in it and jump into the water.
Okay. Yeah, you could do that. You're fine. So you're floating, but you're kind of staying near the ship, just because of the suction of the water pulling it back.
I'm going to use my spear, the blunt side of my spear, like an oar.
Okay, it's going to take you a while. It doesn't feel like it's working real well, but it's kind of working. And then, brother, you.
Oh, by the way, I yell, "Wait for me, you landlubbers!"
Great.
I wait and notice that the captain is
Brother,
leaving.
you?
I wait and now I notice that the captain is leaving the ship. I then go to my quarters to retrieve something.
Okay.
I don't know if I
You're
have
able to
vote.
get down in there. It's really wet on the floor, but you're able to probably get to what you need to.
I come carrying a.
As you come back up to the top from your living quarters, though, enough of the boat is underwater that you're going to have to swim all the way there.
Okay.
So give me an athletics check.
Ooh, a 9.
Oh, that's not good. So you feel the suction of the water just pull you under. So with that, Posey, you've made it to shore. AJ, you've made it to shore. Andrew's character is kind of right near you. He could probably do something to help you out, but you are underwater now. Give me another athletics check to try and save yourself from going any further under.
20.
All right, 20. So from the initial shock of the cold water, you go under and tense up, just like what happened to AJ for a minute. But you regain your composure and snap back into what you've been trained to do, and you swim back up. And you're able to latch onto the barrel next to you, which Grumgall is trying to tread water with a spear.
I guess I'll get behind the barrel and I'll kick and push it like in Jaws with my feet.
Okay. Excellent. So I want you also, though, you're able to do this. Do me a favor and roll a con saving throw.
15.
All right. I know if you're in this water, you manage to get to the shore, and you know right away you need to get in front of a hot fire. Okay. All of you who have been in the water feel the same way. You do feel like it would probably be a good idea to seek a warm fire somewhere.
So Legio looks down, he grabs up a bit of wood off the dock, he puts it into a small pile. You see his hand ignite into a flame as he points it down into the wood and starts a small fire.
Okay. You can do that.
Hey, what's up, party people?
Hey, Dave.
Dave.
What's up, Dave?
So we just
Dave, what's
started.
your character's name?
Okay, she might not do it right now. Just go for her back.
Dave, introduce your character real quick.
They're
Sure. My character is Talon Barr. He's a hunter and trapper and an outcast.
All right. Just so you know, what happened is we had all of these fine men on a ship coming up to this Arctic port. This port is known as being more of a boat repair and a shipping port. So that's like their big industry. They really don't have anything else to offer, but a lot of ships in this part of the ocean end up hitting icebergs and need to stop for repairs, and so they tend to stop here. What I told everyone else is to think of a reason why your character would want to go to this mysterious cave that has hundreds of mysteries about it and rumors. So for a minute, I want you to think about why your character would go there.
Oh, that's easy. I heard there's a yeti there.
And we're going to say your character is already in the town.
What are they going to do now?
Yeti?
That
Okay.
their dock has been wrecked, man.
Making sweet love to a yeti.
We'll definitely get to that. And do you know if your brother Ryan is still coming?
Hey, I hear a Wookiee somewhere in the distance.
Oh, perfect. Sorry, I was just sending you the link. I didn't know you were at his house.
Yep, here I am.
Perfect.
Like a
Perfect.
hurricane.
Perfect.
You know how
and-
Nerdarchy. We roll deep.
Ryan, what is your character's name?
It's Ewik Blythe. He's a warlock with the sage background, a discredited scholar. Basically, your stereotypical Lovecraftian scholar who's gone effing batshit crazy. So.
Excellent.
That's what I'm
You're in
doing.
good company.
Yeah.
And can I get your character's armor class and passive perception?
I guess it's not very good. A 12 AC and a oh no, wait, I have armor of shadows on, so 13. That's a 14 AC and my passive perception is just a 10. Oh wait, when you're trained in it, you
Okay.
get that in your passive.
Great.
So 12.
Ryan, what's your character's name?
Okay.
Ewik Blythe.
Ewik?
Ewik.
Ewik.
Oh, Ewik. Alright, excellent, thank you.
Like a wick with an E in front.
And David, what was your character's name?
Balantar.
Balantar.
Oh, I thought you said Talon Bra.
That was my second.
All right,
choice.
perfect. So you guys were standing there at the pier, and you moved out of the way in time to see this giant ship just nail the pier and take it out. And then you have these amazing displays. So one guy, the captain who steered it into it, cut the rope and swung around as close as he could to shore and landed in the water and got up there. You have the guy who was obviously the spotter with one eye, a half-orc, who kind of nonchalantly just let him plow into it. Didn't even warn him, really.
Wait, let me ask you
and
one question.
Yeah.
That half-orc with one eye, what kind of weapon does he have on him?
It's a spear. A spear, a spear, a spear.
Just checking.
Yeah, so the half-orc ended up finding a barrel, just dropped it in the water, and just got into it all casually, and starts using his spear to row to shore. You then have, Blackjack Rabbit's character, Brother You, which I can't remember your race. Sorry.
Halfling. Halfling. I'm 2 foot 9
Halfling?
inches. I'm real short.
That's right. So you have this short guy, ran back into the ship, came back out from underwater, got sucked underwater, came back up and grabbed the barrel and started pushing it to shore while kicking his little tiny feet. And then you have...
Did they reenact the scene from Titanic? Is that what I'm hearing?
Over you. And then you had Delavine over here, just kind of jump into the water and swim to shore pretty easily. No struggles at all. Real smooth.
And I started a small fire.
So you guys see this all happen right in front of you, and all of them get to shore right in front of you. So what do you two do?
I'm observing. It doesn't look like any of them are yetis, so I'm only mildly interested. And I'll walk over to the coastline. If anyone needs help getting out of the water, I'll assist.
Oh, I go over to his character and I introduce myself as Legio. I say, "Nice to meet you. I've heard that there's some caves in this region. Have you heard about them?"
I have. There be yeti in them caves.
Oh, you're interested in going as well?
I'm interested in yeti. I've hunted all manner of beasts, but I've yet to acquire a yeti pelt. My name is Balantar.
Oh, my name is Legio. Nice to meet you.
I would be interested in these caves. You say these caves? Yes, the caves. I would like to see the caves.
I'm sorry. What was your name?
Oh, I'm Ewik. Ewik, nice to meet you. I shake your hand.
I shake his hand. My hand's a bit warm from just being on fire, and I look into your eyes and say, "It is quite nice to meet you, sir. I'd like to introduce you to these gentlemen. This is Grumgall, and I point to my half-orcish friend, and a small halfling that looks like a baby who just came out of the water is Brother You.
Brother You short.
And this is the captain. He's the one with a bit of the scar in the face. I think he's been drinking, gentlemen.
His whole face is just scars, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I look distracted, like I'm having another conversation in my head. Oh, it is well to meet you. Yes, well.
My one eye focuses on Balin, and I turn around and I say, "So you heard there's Yeti. How about Ice Troll?"
I don't know about no ice trolls. They don't have very good pelts.
Or
What's the difference between a Yeti and an ice troll?
Ice Troll 2.
What's the difference between the two of them?
The sequel.
Grumgall scratches his head.
Black strips his outer clothing garments off, and he's left with nothing but his chain armor. And he sort of jumps up and down to shake off the excess water. throws his cloak to the side, wraps his sodden cloth around his face, a little bit self-conscious about everybody mentioning his scars, and fixes the newcomers with a couple of red-rimmed, baleful eyes, grunts.
So, greetings. You fellows are hunters as well?
Indeed.
Well, right now
Fellow
we're just wet,
souls.
and I'm standing by the fire.
Fellow cursed souls at the frozen ass at the end of this world.
So as this is going on, you see some locals run up with spears and these big giant like leather, I mean, they look like Eskimos, and they run up and they say, "Hey, what are you doing wrecking our piers? Ah!" They're all
I
pissed
shoot
off.
a jet of fire into the air and ask them what they want.
They kind of
You primitive
stop.
screwheads.
They stop. You're gonna have to pay for that, you know.
With your life is how I'll pay.
I thought you were the good one of the family.
I put my arm on Legio's shoulder and say, I could use some new bones for scrying.
I'll sigh, lean over, pick up my trident, and brandish it at them half-heartedly.
Wait, I don't think this is necessary. These folks are just concerned about their pier.
They should be concerned with their lives.
And I set my jaw as he says that.
I'm gonna do thaumaturgy.
As this is going on, you see a really short. You could do thaumaturgy.
Basically, because I know you're a fan.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna basically let people, the villagers, hear a little inkling of the kind of conversations I hear in my head, like this strange deep speech sort of conversations.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So they kind of look around.
A little bit.
So as all this is going on, you do see from further down the coastline a really short guy, about the same height as your halfling friend, come running up. He looks like an Eskimo as well, and he runs up and he's like, wait, stop. And he introduces himself as Jaffies, and as he gets closer, you do recognize him as a gnome. And he says, wait, these guys are here with me. I'll take care of it all. Don't worry. And he turns to you guys and he says, come, quick. So he pulls you guys aside if you're willing to walk with him.
Sure.
I'm going with them since they're going to the caves with
he says, guys, okay, I'm a local guide. I'll get you where you need to go. There's another guy who wants to go there as well. He should just be further up the road at the guide house, but it's just up the road. If you want, I'll get you guys there. We'll get you guys all ready and equipped, and we'll go. Does that sound like a good idea? What do you think? Are you in? And he's
How
really
do you
overly
know
excited.
where we want to go, little one?
I kind of
He ran into the other two talking about Yeti.
I'd like to ask everyone what their opinion is. Should we take a vote on whether or not we want to go with this man?
If he's going to
Voting
take
now,
us
is
to
it?
the caves, I want to
What
go.
else is there to do around this dump? First, I want some decent hot food in my stomach.
I want to get out of these wet clothes and into a nice robe.
That sounds like a good idea. You guys are probably freezing your balls off.
Aye.
I walk up to the orc. I look his spear up and down, and in my hand I have a broad-bladed long spear. Good choice.
I'm gonna hold it up to clunk them together.
All right, well, I'll do that. Except for mine's like almost twice as long as yours. I'm using
I hold up my
broad-bladed long spear.
I hold up my trident and stare at the 3 points on the end of it and stare at your one.
I take 2 of the spears off of my back, of which there are 4 strapped to it, and hold them up so it looks like I have 3 prongs sticking out.
I'm starting to have point envy.
Les snorts in derision and then turns on his heel and marches off towards the nearest tavern, looking for passers-by with nice woolly coats on.
Nice. So the gnome gets you guys to the tavern, and he orders you guys whatever you want. He says, "Don't worry, guys, I got it." Throws down on the and asks all of you. So what is your business here? What are you going to the caves for?
I'm gonna kill some
die,
yeti.
more than likely.
Nice pelts.
Yeah, Yeti. That's what I'm hearing. Okay.
Troll blood.
Troll blood. Oh, okay. I'm sure you'll get some of that too. Yeah.
I'm here to learn about the secrets of the cave and to distill what any truth there could be about them.
Tell me, Gnome, have many adventurers gone there and died?
Very much so. Yes. Yeah.
Then I'll
It seems to happen every time. I mean, this is like a weekly occurrence. I make my living off of this. I get them to the cave, and they don't return.
Well, very thankful for me that I'm not an adventurer and I'm just a hunter. If adventurers are dying left and right.
How does one make money on others dying?
You wouldn't be the first hunter.
How does one make money on others dying?
That's a great question. So you guys go into this cave, and you pay me before you go into the cave, and if you come out, I tell you I'll give you your money back. Simple as that.
Behold, money.
That doesn't sound good.
I see. Well, what is it that makes you a person that knows where the cave is versus anywhere else here in this community?
That's how I make my money here. Why do you think I'm able to throw money at the bar for you guys? It's my personal investment. I invest in you, and it'd be great if you came out, because then you're going to be rich, because there's all sorts of good stuff in there.
I see. Well, maybe we should go sit down at a table and talk business.
Yeah, that's my only thing. You get there, you give me your money. If you
How
don't
much
come
do you
out,
charge?
all your money, whatever money you'll give me.
I've got
Doesn't
10
matter.
gold pieces.
Yeah, just give it to me when we get to the cave.
I'll kick Grumgold's chin under the table and indicate with this jerk of my head that I want to go and talk to him quietly in the corner.
I grunt and get up to go with you.
I look at the gnome like nothing's wrong, and I just smile.
This gnome obviously plans to betray us. I say we truss him up just as we get to the cave, and we take him inside with us. That way any larcenous plan he has to kill us and get his money back, avoid getting his money back, giving the money back, will be avoided, and he'll be able to warn us of the obvious dangers inside.
Ha! That's why you're the captain.
Big smile on
So
my
what do you guys
face
say?
and walk back and pat him on the shoulder. Sounds good.
Let me see. We get to the cave, and then you give me your money or whatever you're willing to give me, and then you go into the cave, and I will wait at the guide house, which is a pretty easy way back to the guide house. I'll tell you how to get there. I'll give you a map, all that good stuff. If you get back, I'll give you your money back, or whatever.
I'll tell you what. I would like to pay for the accompaniment of all my party members, and I pull out this exquisitely made rapier, and I say to him, I will gladly give you this in exchange for a passage to the cave. But this must be for everyone.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Does this sound good? Okay, that's what we'll do.
That's fair.
I wonder if
And what is this? Just a regular rapier?
It's my magically bonded item that
no.
I can call to me at any time.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he
Plan
thinks
B.
that's a good deal. He grabs it. He holds on to it.
Excellent.
It feels pretty sturdy. I like it.
It is.
I'll guide you guys there. No problem. All right. So you're able to indulge in your meals and your drinks. How many drinks are you guys having?
All of
I want to
them.
go with like 3 hard ciders, warmed.
3 hard ciders. Okay.
I've actually challenged the half-orc to a drinking contest. We're playing double hands, as in we always have to have a drink in each hand.
For the record, I do have drinking rules. So,
Whoa!
yeah.
I'll have half a bottle of rum.
So I
and
have drinking rules.
Does it involve the players actually have to?
So here's the deal. Yeah, so anyone who's drinking, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try these out. I've never tried them. I think I got them from the DnD Facebook group as a downloadable PDF. All right.
As long as they're not too OP like the
So
serpents.
we'll start with Dave. You were going to have 3 drinks, correct?
Correct.
So you were going to have 3 of the hard ciders?
Yes.
Okay, so potency for that is +2 each. We'll do each one individually. And how big are these going to be? Half pint, pint, large glass, a
However it
quart.
comes, I guess a pint.
Okay, a pint. So that's also going to be +2. All right. Now, what you're going to do is roll individually con saving throws 3 different times. So we'll start with the first one.
Okay, that's a 21.
Wow.
All right, so the first one's fine. It tastes pretty good. No effect. Second one?
Second one is a 12.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna take the first level of buzzed, and then your third one.
Ooh, that's an 11.
Oh, okay. So the next step after buzzed is tipsy. So
Nice.
just
I
so
think
you
I'm
know,
regaling everyone with the
buzzed-
stories of my hunts.
so Buzz, you're going to suffer disadvantage on wisdom checks of all kinds for the rest of the night. Tipsy is you suffer disadvantage on dex checks of all kinds and dex-based attack rolls for the rest of the night. Now, the two doing the drinking competition. Who's going? What are you guys going to drink, and how big?
I think we're drinking fire whiskey, and we've been doing like maybe 8 or 9 shots apiece.
Out of a mammoth horn.
Yes. And I have this goblet that has my family crest on it that I'm.
A mammoth horn.
So this is going to be Posy's character, Andrew's character, and then AJ's character.
Oh, hell no. I've got the pox, so drinking is really bad.
Oh, you got shakes.
All right.
Not
Anybody
only that,
else?
but it's flop out of my cheek, so I don't want to embarrass myself.
Does anybody else want in on the drinking contest?
No, someone needs to take the captain when he's drunk back. So
I'll be sipping wine very
All right.
soon.
Wine. Okay, so you'll probably be fine with wine. I won't even make you roll for that. Now, you said you wanted 9 shots each total, right?
Yeah, sure.
Just in case you can make it that long. Okay.
Yeah, we want to see who passes out first.
Okay, I'm good with that. All right, so Andrew, give me your first Constitution check.
15.
You fail. So you're already buzzed.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it is 15. Never mind.
Posey?
So that is 18 plus 2 for 20.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You're able to wolf down the first shot, no problem.
I say elves can drink, unlike orc.
You're funny. As I'm falling out of my chair.
I'm laughing, slapping the table. I may be in various forms of disrobe as I go to show off scars I got. This one is from the time I went boar hunting.
Excellent, excellent. All right, you guys can do your next round of shots.
Okay.
Ooh, 20.
I got a crit.
Oh, you both got 20s. You're both.
You both got 20s?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
So
dude.
Posey's still doing well somehow.
I
And,
just
you're
I look at
still
Delavine.
there.
I'm looking at Delavine and I just raise my eyebrows and say, "That's when she told me my spear was great."
So
Chicks
cool.
dig spears. All right. Next shot is ready for you.
Okay, so 15 plus 2, 17.
All right, you're amazing.
5.
Oh, somebody's feeling a little tipsy, barely holding on to their chair.
When I all this is in this mammoth horn. When I go to drink this one, I actually blow into the horn like.
And it just like bubbles up.
I think when you crit on the con save, you should lose a level.
Oh, like you automatically lose it?
Yeah. But if you crit foul, double.
Oh, you like that? Maybe. Yeah. All right. From now on, if you guys crit, you automatically lose a level.
Nice. I like that rule.
We lose a.
You gotta get
wow.
drunk.
Oh, holy shit!
All right. So automatically, though, you guys are 3 rounds in. Posey, you are starting to feel buzzed. Okay.
And I'm
let's do
tipsy,
the
right?
fourth- Yeah, he's starting to feel buzzed. You're tipsy. Roll for your 4th round here.
So 15 plus 2.
22.
17 total.
22. Was that a crit, Andrew?
No, it wasn't. It was a 19.
Okay. So you guys are okay. Give me your 5th round.
Holy
We're
shit.
halfway there.
So I like to think that this has just been happening in like a minute.
Oh yeah, this is happening quick.
19. Sorry, 20.
So I also have a 22. 18 plus 2.
18 plus. Dang. All
Alright.
right.
What? This is what's pissing me off right now. It's because all these good rolls are happening now. It's
So,
gonna be hell with the rest of the game.
Keep using up good rolls.
That's why we need to get drunk.
All right. This. All right. Do your 6th round.
Okay. 4.
22.
So total of a 6.
All right, Posey. So you're tipsy. You're still tipsy, Andrew, but because we're going into the next round, you're both going up a whole nother level. So you guys are both drunk at this point.
And
Roll
let
for
me
your
tell
7th
you-
round.
Let me tell you what. If someone would have came up to my father with some kind of proposition about how he should pay money to go somewhere, you know what he would have done? He would have taken them, stripped the fat off his wife, and boiled his children in them. I swear to God.
That's a lot of fat.
So that's 13 plus 2, so 15 total.
Nope, you fail. What about
Okay.
you, Andrew?
Crit.
You are now sloshed, which, by the way, drunk is the same as poisoned.
Oh, shit.
Crit success.
Nice.
You got over a 16?
I got a 20. Nat 20.
Oh, yeah, you're good. All right, so sloshed. Sloshed means your movement is halved, as well as you cannot cast spells of any kind, nor can you hold your concentration. All right, and so now let's do the final round.
Should make when you're sloshed. Instead it should be when you make cast spells as a wild.
16.
Oh, you just made it.
Yes.
14.
You did not make it. You are obliviated.
Hey, Juice.
And yes.
At what level you automatically cast spells as a wild mage?
None of these. There's only 6 levels of drunk, and Posey is level 5 right now with obliviated. So, obliviated means you are incapacitated. All you can do is move up to a quarter your normal movement. So you can barely talk at this point. You're pretty messed up. But because you guys just did 9 shots, I'm upping both of you a whole nother level.
Oh!
So Andrew, you are obliviated now.
Did I clear a level because I got a crit?
I wish I would have cleared a level because I got a crit.
Yeah, that's true. We
Level
both
7, I
level.
think I just bumped you guys to drunk instead of making you roll. But you're obliviated now, Andrew. And now, Posey, the next level after obliviated is gone. You are unconscious.
That's funny.
So,
All right,
looks like
so
our
you
winner.
can see me. I've gone slack in the chair, and I'm just snoring.
You see me
So as this is happening,
like bubbling out, frothing out of my mouth, trying to keep my words straight. All right, wait, as I fall over on the ground.
So as this is happening, the gnome that is paying your guys' tab, just kind of is shaking his head, and he turns to the bartender. Why is it that every time I offer to do this, these people go and have drinking contests and rack up the bill? Oh, jeez. I bet you they won't make it a night. All right, so as that happens, the gnome also says, I guess we're not going to be able to get to our guide's house. So let's just get a room at the inn here tonight, unless one of you wants to carry these 2 saps. What do you think?
I'll drag the half-orc to the nearest bench in front of the fire and lay him down on there, and then sit down next to him and stuff a pipe with weed and smoke.
Sounds good.
I may possibly pick up a coal from the fire and then scratch a dick on the side of his face. I don't know.
Whoa!
My eyes are my eye is closed, and you just hear me singing poorly the words to "What do you do, Wood Rock, you sailor?" as he's like a dick all over my face.
There was a sea elf maiden, she could go down a long time into the silky depths, what wonder she could find. Etc.
Awesome. So Jeffy says, so are you guys staying in the inn tonight? Is that the plan?
Well, I'm already asleep.
Right. And someone's going to have to get that guy well hydrated, or he's going to be feeling it tomorrow, let me tell you.
Hydrated? Look, if we start drinking somewhere, it's a guarantee we're going to be sleeping somewhere nearby.
All right. So he pays for you guys to have a room at the inn tonight. So yeah, so you guys have the rest of the night to do whatever you guys choose to do.
How long does it take for me to sober?
So sleeping all night would take off 2 levels of drunkenness.
So what does that put me back to?
So you will have poison effects for at least the next day, and for every short rest that you're able to take the next day, another level comes off.
Wow.
Now that means Posey would still be sloshed in the morning, so his movement is half, as well as he gets disadvantage on everything and can't hold his concentration.
We better get a sled and some
But
dogs.
by the time you were to get to the cave, by the time you were able to get to the cave, you'd probably be 100%.
Can I cast Spare the Dying on him? Alright,
so we'll assume the night went by pretty fine. You guys slept great. Posey really slept great, okay? Let me tell you. The Delavine family's never slept so great in their lives. So anyway, so you all wake up in the morning. Posey, your character's got this really bad headache, and you're still seeing, everything like kind of in slow motion. That feeling of being really drunk. Yeah, and
Do you hear the
Grumgall.
voices, my friend? Do you hear the voices? Sometimes they affect me like that.
Oh, God.
Grumgall,
Light.
you're used to this.
Hey, Juice,
So you feel a little bit drunk still, too.
I'm going to
Yes.
greet the morning the way I always like to greet the morning, and that's by playing my bagpipes.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
I just hold my head and say, "Oh, what is that horrid noise? The war drums of Meglubiet."
Oh, it's good, isn't it? And I play even more heartily.
Oh, God.
So Jeffy's comes in and he says, "So, Ewick, last night I couldn't help but notice you were writing something down. What was that you were writing?"
Taking notes in my book.
"Oh, you're writing a book."
What's a book?
I've been doing research. Scribing.
Oh, okay. Very
Yeah.
good. And what are your wishes with this book? Do you hope to get it put in a library one day, or?
Oh yes, yes, that would be great. That would be most wonderful. Yes, yes.
So Jeff pulls out a piece of paper of his own and starts writing it down. Okay, great. I'll keep
Can
that
I
in
get a
mind.
sense of what he just wrote by reading the motion of his hands?
Oh yeah, he tells you. Yeah. No, he tells you. I try to carry out people's last wishes every now and then.
Oh, that was a joke.
So you guys ready to go?
I'll pick up a stale plate of leftover food that's been congealing on the table overnight with some flies crawling around on it, and gobble down the sloppy remains. Some of it slopping down my face. Ready? Wipe it roughly across my brand new coat and say, ready.
You guys are a very tidy group of guys, I tell you, man.
Yeah.
Never seen such clean guys in my life.
I need to hit the head.
Yeah, the outhouse. All right.
As
So he
soon
takes
as-
you outside and points.
As soon as I get out of his vision, Juice, I stab my 4 spears in the ground, and I'm going to cast Augury as a ritual.
Okay.
And I'm going to...
And how's that work exactly?
I throw, like, chicken bones, I do some scrying, and I ask the bones a question. And you, as the DM, return me one of 4 answers. Either good results, bad results, both, a little good, a little bad, or nothing at all can be told.
Basically,
Nice.
pull out a magic 8-ball.
It
You
is.
look for
Okay.
patterns.
Yeah, great.
You look for patterns in the yellow pea hole in the snow.
So, with my head throbbing, I look down and I say, One-eyed Great One, tell me what you see. And I say, will our plans to betray the gnome work?
You will be able to betray the gnome.
A voice
But will
rumbles
you be
from the sky.
successful at taking out the gnome? That's the question.
Oh, it's troubling.
Do you hear
And I
this
scoop
voice
up
in your
the
head of a
bones.
female say that?
Alright, I scoop up everything, put it back in my pouch, and just return.
All right. All right. So you went to the head. Everyone's done their thing, right? So you can tell this gnome seems really anxious. Like he's ready to go. Like, are you guys coming? Like, what's going on? You guys are taking forever.
Patience.
My head hurts.
Good is always about patience.
Whether you die today or die tomorrow, does it really matter?
Exactly.
It matters what killed you.
What matters is how you die.
No, it matters if anybody's there to see how you died.
Wow, that's a good point.
Tell you what, I'll live. Stomping out into the snow.
Okay. So he says, all right, guys, I just got to make one quick little stop. I'll be right back. You see him go across the street into a building. He's in there for no more than 5 minutes and comes out, and he's got this beautiful sheathed, looks like a beautiful sheath for a short sword, and also has, looks like a dagger that's on the inside of his boot. Again, the sheath looks really nice. I mean, you can't tell what the dagger or the sword looks like, but yeah. It's like, all right,
Real quick,
I'm ready to go, guys.
How's the halfling garbed?
Did he already trade the sword for something else?
No. It wasn't Posy's sword.
Oh, okay.
This is his own stuff.
How am I garbed, or how is the gnome garbed?
No, the halfling. You.
Oh, I'm wearing a poncho.
You're just wearing a poncho?
Poncho and like leather
Nice.
with a stick, big kind of tall, somewhat tall stick. Well, tall for me.
Okay.
Not a spear. Stick.
So we're all like
Alright,
close
he also
dry from
says, guys, I got a wagon on the edge of town.
a wagon.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
so is
it's
it pulled by ox?
if you go on foot. If you go by foot, it's a day and a half. Actually, it's elk that pull it. Like
Oh,
not
elk.
really elk, but they look like elk, kinda.
I'm
You know,
thinking
the
of the guy
interesting
from
thing
Frozen.
about them is that they usually know the way without the driver.
And if we get stranded, I can kill and eat them.
So if you guys choose, you can go on foot, but this is the quickest way.
I'm
All
riding
right.
style.
This will take us up to the guide house, and then from there we have to go on foot no matter what.
Oh,
Yeah, I jump in the back and go to sleep.
Yeah. I'll just ride up, keeping a wary eye on the gnome.
It'll only take a couple shots in this wagon. So, any objections?
Let us not delay, Jeffies.
None for mine.
Excellent. Hop on in. So you notice when you hop on in, though, there isn't an opening to him. It's just a completely enclosed wooden box, basically. And he goes and sits on the front. It's almost like a stagecoach. And so he sits on the front, and on you guys go. You're able to get all the way up to the guide house without any issues, unless you guys want to do something before there.
No.
No.
No backstabbing.
I'm just sleeping in the back of the carriage, trying to sleep off this slosh.
I'm
All right.
gonna have something open in my lap, but no one can see it. It looks like I'm holding. It's the silhouette of some. It looks like somebody's holding a book.
Okay.
Hmm.
I look at Blath in my one unblinking eye, just tells to him, just give me the signal.
I nod.
Alright.
You won't hear in your head. What's the signal?
Hmm.
I look
mean,
around
I mean,
confused.
that was weird. What's the signal? I said,
I just look back at Blath, like, with eyes that say, sorcery!
no, sorcery. What do you speak of? The sorcery.
Something's odd about this one.
Even.
You said that.
Lean over to the gnome and say, "What do you know about this strange fellow?"
You mean the driver?
Yeah, Jeffies.
So are you on the front with him then?
Yeah. I've got my new
Okay,
photo.
you can be on the front. So what was your question for him? I'm sorry.
What do you know about this strange one? Pointing back at the sorcerer.
You know, I don't know much. He's a little odd, but that's really all I know. I just met them, the same time I met you guys, pretty much. Just shortly before that, I heard him talking about yetis.
So Ewik hasn't been in town very long.
I don't know how long they were in town. I don't really pay that much attention. When I hear people want to go to this cave, I jump on it.
Well, you said you heard it from them, didn't you?
Yes.
Did you notice how they arrived in town?
Oh, by boat. There's no other way to arrive into town.
I see. Unless you're a wizard.
Yeah, I guess he could have came in another way.
A lapse into silence.
So why do you guys have a death wish? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't have a death wish. The gods want to kill me.
You notice he starts coughing, and as he's coughing, his white jacket has blood that he just coughed up all over his sleeve.
Ugh.
I got the pox myself, so I'm kind of used to it. The cold is better for me.
He looks a little concerned, and tries to ignore it, and tries not to let you see it, but you obviously saw it. He tells you, there's supposed to be this guy I brought up here yesterday up at the guide house. So he wants to go too. I don't know. He's from around here, though. He might be able to help you further. So anyway, so he keeps going. And just so you guys know, I don't think David and Ryan heard this before, but people have been getting sick and dying that have been to the cave.
Oh, interesting. Fascinating. That's wonderful. I mean, it's bad, but it's interesting.
Yeah, so you make sure you guys know that people have been getting sick and dying that have been to the cave and inside of it. Those who have ran from the things from within. So And he explains that's another way he's gotten some of his money, is that people have just died right in front of him, and he's gotten their gear, basically. So then he says, so right up here, that was a short trip, and he points, you guys can see a house, just a little one-room house, almost looks like a little ice fishing house, just sitting there. So as you show up to it, he actually ties off his carriage, not his carriage, his elk, and to the side of the house, and says, come in.
I'll go inside.
I go in.
Yeah, and it's about midday. It's been not necessarily midday. It's like 1 in the afternoon, I'd say. There was a bad storm starting to pick up as well. The snow was starting to blow, and it actually looks like. Oh, hang on. Sorry, Robert just said it's too late now to come in, but it's perfect time. So. All right. Right there. So this is what it's starting to look like outside. It's not quite this bad, but he tells you that it's probably going to be like this for the rest of the night. So being able to see 10 feet in front of you will be very difficult. And he suggests you guys stay one more night, and then in the morning you'll be able to finish the rest of the route.
What is that large form in the distance, though?
So you guys noticed that this big guy, who's supposed to be Robert Ogre's character, is off in the distance doing something. So when he shows up, you'll be able to interact with him.
Now I ask Master Gnome here, you'll be staying with us, right?
What do you mean?
Here, you're not leaving already.
Of course, no. I'm taking you straight up to the cave, and then I am heading back here.
Just wanted to make sure I could keep my one good eye on you, my little friend.
You're a funny guy. So he hands over, he has a map for every single one of you, and it shows you how to get back here from the cave. So obviously you could tell how to get to the cave from here as well.
Exactly the right number of maps?
Yep. Well, he's got more. He just hands each of you one.
That's great.
He's got a lot of them, and these are like high-quality maps. They're on cloth. They're immaculate.
Anything with blood?
Is Legio still
Anything with what? I'm sorry.
sloshed?
Stained with blood, as in he collects them from the people that the bodies that have come back.
Actually, no. Surprisingly, they all seem very clean.
Interesting. And I say, well, you've obviously been to the caves yourself, because I can tell that you're a bit sick. How did you survive when others died?
What do you mean I'm sick?
You are, aren't you?
No, I'm fine.
How long have you been feeling this way?
He seems very worried that you noticed anything.
He seems really. I was like, I put my hand on his forehead, and it's like, you feel hot. Why won't you tell us how you survived the cave?
You noticed, like when you met him, his skin was very bright and flush red. Right now, it is very pale.
It seems like the closer you get to this cave, the sicker you're becoming again. Is there something inside the cave that draws sickness into you?
No.
Is there a knowledge I can make on him, looking at him, other than medicine?
Yeah, you could do medicine on him.
I was hoping other than. What about Arcana? Is it of a magical origin?
Just do medicine.
I'm just asking this because I care about you as a person, not because I have any vested interest.
Posey, do me a favor. Give me a con check.
A Constitution check?
Yep, Constitution save.
Oh, a save. Okay.
For absolutely no reason at all. No reason.
All right. So I rolled a natural 19 plus 2.
Okay.
Am I still drunk, by the way?
Actually, I don't know if I said this, but Andrew is buzzed, and you're tipsy at this point.
Oh, because I was sleeping the whole time?
Yeah, so over the course of so many hours, you lose levels. So by tomorrow, you'll be fine. But
I'm
yeah.
tipsy. Okay.
Yeah, you're still a little tipsy. all the shots you took. What were you saying, Brad?
No, I was saying, I was going to say he's at disadvantage, but I guess you already covered that.
Yes. Yep. So that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I should have said that. But no, you weren't at tipsy for your saving throw, so you're okay.
Okay.
All right. So then, what was I gonna say? I forgot. I lost. Oh, medicine check. What'd you roll?
Horrendous. I have all of a 2.
A 2. All right. Do me a favor. While you were checking him over, you were probably real close to him. Give me a con saving throw.
All right.
Oh shit!
The
Actually, that was a
pressure
22.
Red and gold. All right. That's a 5.
5. Okay.
I have proficiency in Constitution saves, which I should have done for my drinking. That was actually a +4 to 19, so it's 23.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
I probably never got drunk.
I mean, I would say a 19 is pretty good. I'm just saying.
Okay.
And plus your 2 or 5, 20, whatever. All right. So anyways, Jeffy says, guys, I think, I'll get some soup cooking for you. And so what he does is he goes over and gets something brewing. And it basically is like dirty water. He doesn't really put anything in it except for some rabbit bones, it looks like, some rabbit stock, and gets it cooking for you and gets this place heated up. It's strange that, that guy isn't here anymore. I don't know where he went.
I looked for clues around the household that might tell me about where he went. Can I do an investigation?
Oh, yeah, you could do an investigation check.
So that is a 16 plus nothing. 16.
Okay. You could tell that somebody obviously slept in one of the cots.
Okay.
But
I put my hand down on the cot. Does it feel warm?
No. Nope.
Okay.
So you could discern that they probably left earlier this morning. But based on the fact that it's been snowing and it's starting to storm,
I wouldn't be able to see looking for footprints anymore.
It'd be very hard, yeah.
I looked to see if there's like a peg on the wall that's like missing a jacket and a place that's maybe the dust that's collected around where a walking stick would be, but it's now been removed. Anything like that?
You can see roughly where his bag maybe was sitting. But yeah, it's gone. You could tell there was a bag there. There's a couple scratches in the floor. Maybe he had a weapon or something.
I see. Interesting.
Yep.
Okay. I would like to share this information with the other party. Yep, looks like he's gone.
Well, thank you for your astute observation.
Does this stead have any livestock, anything at all?
No, he has his 2 elk that were pulling the wagon outside. These aren't elk; they're bigger than elk. But he has those, and then he has a lot of chopped up wood outside, which there aren't a lot of trees in this part of the world. So obviously it's been imported. But yeah, not really a lot of supplies in here either.
I say, you know where he keeps his money, and I tap on the floor.
Hey, I don't appreciate that.
I go around and start hitting the floor with the back of my spear. Trying
Hey,
to hear something hollow.
The
it all
bemused
sounds
smile on
pretty
my
hot.
face. I flopped down on one of the empty cots.
All right.
I say, I think I saw lice in there. I don't know if you want to do that.
All right. So once again, you're able, if you choose, to go to sleep and rest. We'll say that the night pretty much passes. So you guys are able to hang out around the fire, eat the soup, all that good stuff. He was able to pass some wine around. But yes. So
On the windowsill,
Mhm.
Does it seem to appear to be anything like any handprints or like maybe messages written in the window pane? Anything like that?
Nope.
From the frost? No? Okay.
Nope, nothing like that.
So, do you know of anything that awaits the people that goes to these caves? Any of the so-called horrors that one might anticipate?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I was waiting, just wondering how long it would take. There's a lot of things that happen in this part of the world. You hear the stories of yetis and ice trolls and white dragons, and the biggest thing to worry about is those damn dire wolves. Those are the worst. But I have not actually, in the wild, encountered anything worse than a dire wolf. The caves, I can tell you what is in them. There's bugs. There's yeti, and there are troll. So,
big cave then.
Yeah,
I'm
oh yeah,
taking notes,
interconnecting.
something that people can't see, just as he's describing things.
I asked him, why can't we bring
Why can't you bring what?
the wagon to the cave?
Just the snow is too tough. There's a lot of ice. It's just not feasible.
I see. It's too bad that we can't bring all this wood with us and then smoke out the cave of whatever vermin's in there.
That would be a great idea if you could get it up there.
I look at the
ice will make that kind of difficult, though.
I hear tell people in this part of the world, don't they make, like, put blades on the bottom? Like, sleds, that's what they do, sleds.
Yeah, I don't have a sled, but what I do have is snowshoes. And he pulls over, goes up to this wardrobe and opens it and pulls out a bunch of snowshoes, look like tennis rackets, various sizes, and just drops them on the floor and says, if you can find your size, you can wear them.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
I look at him approvingly and nod my head.
I hear of a sport that you can use the bat and ball back and forth with something kind of like this.
You're out of my friend. That is madness.
No, it's not, I say in your head.
The only sport I know is the gladiator games. What I wouldn't give to get back on the mainland again.
What
Why
prevents
are
from
you
going?
here?
The
Were
money.
you
man.
exiled?
No, there's just lots of money up here. I actually came up here originally with some people who kind of kidnapped me, and yeah. Well, let's just say they decided to go to a cave, and I found a way to stay out of the cave.
I continue hitting the floorboards and say, how much money is to be found around here?
What do you guys have on you? Because tomorrow it's mine.
Very disconcerting laugh.
Will you please not hit my floors anymore?
I hit it very hard. Maybe even crack it.
He starts coughing again, and more blood comes up.
I move away from him.
I need to rest. And he crawls in this really high bunk bed that's a good 8 feet off the ground and just passes out.
Yeah, we should get out of here before his rotting corpse fouls up the air.
Wait, who's rotting corpse?
I think he's going to die in his sleep from this plague that he has.
We should torch the building.
We should torch the building, grab the wagon, load up the firewood, and make our ways with these maps to the cave.
Hey, out of character, we're pirates. We have proficiencies with treasure maps.
Yeah, you could tell how far out it is and stuff. It's a good, on foot, 6 hours. You can tell on the map, too, there's a lot of hills. And based on the storm and everything, your vision's going to be very poor. It'll be very easy to get lost. So any checks for that will be at disadvantage, just up front. And then you can try to get the wagon up there. There will be a lot of ice. The hills will make it kind of hard as well. So yeah, but you could tell exactly looking at the map how to get there, and it doesn't seem like it would be that difficult. But with the storm, you're going to be a little disoriented.
I think it's worth it. I would like to summon my sword to me.
Oh yeah, that's not a problem.
Blink.
It was like sitting against the wall, like 5 feet away from you.
I was like, watch this, guys.
You're in your head.
Looking out the window, do we have any idea when the storm will be over?
At least a few hours, probably during the nightfall sometime. I mean, it's after dinner now, we'll say. So.
Whenever I sleep in strange locations, I get night terrors if I'm not drunk.
There's some wine.
Me too. Me too. Except for this location doesn't have to be strange. Most locations.
All right. So all this is happening. You guys are doing that. You hear the guy in the bed, like almost like he's gasping for air.
Yeah. Does it seem like a miasma is coming out of spit and blood?
No. It sounds like something. It's really weird, like a high-pitched wheezing sound, almost like asthma.
There's a creature popping out of him. Kill him! Kill him!
I was gonna say he rolls over and faces you guys, and as he's doing this, you see his mouth open really wide, and this slimy thing starts crawling out. Okay, and it's probably the size of my hand.
Firebolt.
Out. But it's not just
what
one.
is that?
As the one comes out really slow, you see 5 more that come out extremely fast. Roll initiative.
Now that's just disturbing.
And then type it into the side if you can.
I can't. Mine is 20.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it's a 17 plus 3.
4.
All right. Oh, so 21.
It's 14.
Dave. Okay, so Brad will go
My
second.
low initiative is due to the fact that I'm in awe and really want to like make notes about this thing. It's awesome.
Oh, 14's popular.
All right, so this is the order. I'll just tell you off the bat. Posey, Brad, Dave, AJ, Andrew, and then Ryan. And then I rolled a 7, so I'll actually go before Ryan. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So Posey, they do get the surprise on you guys, just because as this is happening, you guys were kind of talking about taking the firewood and things like that.
I knew it was going to happen, though.
I know. But it would be no fun if I didn't do
This is totally the thing.
All right, so as this happens, the first one comes straight at you guys, and it comes at you, Posey. You're the first one, so... and this thing, so it scurries quickly on the floor and leaps and kind of flutters like right at you, like it's flying, and bites you. I rolled bites at you, I should say. Armor class 14.
No.
All right.
I just step aside and I let it glide through the air with its chomping black mouth, with its chomping black maw, rather.
All right. Now,
does it leave my combat range? Because if it does, opportunity attack.
yes, but these do not provoke an opportunity attack.
Oh, excellent. Good to know.
Yeah, when flying, they don't provoke. So, the other ones actually like jump off of the side of the bed. All of them do, and they go after where they've been hearing this thumping sound from. Okay, so there's 5 of them that go after this, after Grumgall. Armor class 7, 15, 5, 6, and 6. None of them hit. All right, so you're able to like kind of dodge them as they fly by you, or whatever. Maybe they bounce off your armor or something.
I just slowly like turn from side to side and watch them whiz by.
All right. So now we'll start up at the top with Posey.
Excellent. How far away am I from the door?
I'll say you're in the dead center of the room. It's a small room. It's like a 10 by 10 room. You could get out it if you want.
I just tell my friends, hit the door, and we'll set this house on fire and burn them all alive. I ignite my hand. I cast fire on the one that came just biting towards me.
Mm-hmm.
And let me roll to hit. Not good. That is 7 plus 2, so 9 to hit.
Nope.
All right, I will.
That was a fireball, though.
It was a firebolt.
Firebolt. Okay, so you missed then.
I
I'll
will action
back.
surge and I will attack again.
Okay.
So that is a 16 plus 2, so that will be 18 to hit.
Yep, you hit.
Excellent. Let me roll my damage. So that is 5 points of fire damage, and I move towards the door to exit.
Okay. So your first bolt lights the bed on fire in this room.
Good.
So the bed is on fire. With the dead Jeffy's like hanging over the edge, with his mouth wide open. And then this other one that you just kind of hit in the air is on fire and just flies right into the wall and just falls onto the ground dead. And it catches the wall on fire.
Nice.
Yep. Next, and you do manage to get out the door.
Is there an axe that they chop wood with next to it?
No. That looks like the wood is all pre-cut. Like it's
Does
been
it
chopped
look like
up
anything I could put into the door to stop it from anything coming out? Like a wedge or a piece of wood or a stick?
You could try and wedge some wood in it, yeah, if you want to.
Well,
You mean
it's
like
not
in
my
the
turn,
hinge or
but
something?
something like that. Just to lock them in there as it burns down.
From the outside, I don't know how you would do that.
I thought the door opened this way.
It opens into the house.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, it's okay. All right. So next up is Brad.
I'm going to go, Captain, what's the call? I'm going to be defense. I'm going to be dodging. And if one comes to me, I will attempt to grab it.
Kill them all.
Okay.
Aye, Captain, I hear you.
All right. So are you using dodge, or are you going to try and grab it as a ready action? I'm assuming dodge.
I'll go for dodge, I guess, first to see what they're doing.
Okay. Excellent. Dave?
I will, I'll just start stabbing them.
Okay.
A 17.
That'll hit.
For 13 points of damage.
All right. So you're able. Do you have a sword? Or you have a spear, right?
Yeah, I'm using a glaive.
So you straight up shish kebab this thing, right down the middle, and it just splits in half and falls to the floor. Next up is AJ.
You know what? Is there any more close by?
Since this is such a small room, any of you could get a hit on it, really, if you want.
All right, so I'm going to whip the butt around
Okay.
of my glaive, and AC 10.
Yep. No. You
Can't
missed. AJ.
I'm going to use a precision attack.
Okay.
So that's going to be expending one of my superiority die on the attack roll. And if I hit, I add the superiority die damage to the damage roll.
Okay.
Okay. Here's my dice. So that's a D8. You shouldn't be wasting a superior die on this, but what they are. Okay, so that is a 14 to hit with Trident, plus the 7 is massively huge.
Yep, you hit.
Okay, and the damage, two-handed, is a D8 as well. Nice. So 8 and 7 is, what, 15?
Yeah, you turn it to dust, and you just see guts, bug guts, just. All right.
Excellent.
And they kind of get all over you. But you were already kind of dirty anyway, so you know.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Dirty pirate.
Sorry.
I hold my shield up with my left hand, and with my spear, I'm going to stab over the top of it at the closest one to me.
Okay.
And that will be A 15.
That'll hit.
Alright, sweet. That'll do 10 damage.
Okay, you dropped that one as well.
Alright,
So
I'm
you
actually
get it
going
stuck
to...
on your spear.
Yeah, when I stick it on my spear, I'm going to aim it at the pot that guy was making soup in and chuck it at it. Like, trying to get it inside the pot.
Nice.
And with the shield up, I actually, as my bonus action, I call upon Grumsh and say, Cyclopean Wall. And you see on the front of my shield there's a big eyeball painted. And I cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Nice. You're able to get it right into the soup.
Score!
All right. There are 2 of them left. One of them that just missed you is going to go at Dave's character. And that's armor class 12.
No, armor class 17.
Okay.
And how's it getting to me?
They're flying. They're all flying.
Okay.
There's 2 still flying.
So I'm a polearm master.
It doesn't. The out of reach thing doesn't work to these.
Okay.
Yeah. Not while they're flying. The other one is going to come by you, AJ, and swoop down towards your face. Armor class 15.
17.
Okay, so it misses you. So they both miss you guys. So they're still flying around, and it is Ryan's turn.
Okay. Would those 2 be in a 10-foot radius of one another?
Yes, they're in the air. Yeah.
Okay. Are there also party members in that same 10-foot radius, or could I avoid that?
This room is about 10 foot, maybe 15 foot total. So I would say you're probably going to hit a party member if it's a radius effect.
Yep. All right. I'm doing it. So
I'm outside.
Yeah,
I
except for
move
Posey.
away a little bit, and basically you hear like an ear-piercing guttural sound, and manifesting around me is like a cloak of it looks like shadow and eyeballs, and I cast Shatter in that 10-foot radius. So it's a con save for 18 points of damage.
Ooh, con save. Okay. One made it. One of them explodes, just randomly explodes. The other one is still flying around and actually lands on a wall.
It takes half, right?
Well, yeah, if they make the save, they take half.
Oh, okay, never mind. He blows up too. They both blow up. And then everybody in the every player except for Posey has to make the con save.
DC 15.
That's hot.
Oh, reroll that one. 16, 18.
I get hit by it.
That was 18 points.
All right, so everyone else is half though. So Brad and AJ, you're taking half at least.
I'm taking full.
Dave's taking full, and Dave's taking full.
What was full again? It was 19?
Full's 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he messed you up.
Damn, man.
But you guys got rid of these bugs that look like flying centipedes that have, like, almost looks like Predator's mouth. Imagine Predator, the movie Predator.
Mhm.
They have a mouth like that.
As long as they don't have his laser cannon.
I absolutely say, oh, sorry, and then go and like inspect them like vigorously. Like I pull out like tools to like kind of look them over.
I'm gonna take off my cloak and try and start putting out fires.
Oh,
I
is
put
there
my
fire?
I put my head in through the door and I look and I just see the disarray and I say, cover your mouth. If you breathe in their blood, they might infect you.
Okay, so as you guys are kind of looking around, well, okay, so you're putting the fires out, Dave?
Wait, if the room's on fire, I'll start Ray of Frosting first.
Okay. Yeah, you can put the fire out with Ray of Frost, so I'll say all the fire's put out.
I'm casting Cure Wounds on myself also.
Okay.
And the
As
front
you're
is-
inspecting the bug, Ryan, do you have anything to inspect it with? Like
I'll pull out like a quill, or maybe if there's like implements around that I could just use, or a dagger or something like that. Like I'm not gonna touch them. 'Cause
right.
It came out of internal organs, and that's just weird.
Okay.
I would like to go in there and take the short sword from the gnome.
Okay. You, as you're inspecting the short sword sheath, The sheath is really nice. As you take the short sword out, it's got a very nice bluish glow to it, and it feels very cold to the touch, colder than most metal.
Oh, snap. Rough, man.
Nice. I poke one of the bugs with it. Does it freeze up?
It does seem to freeze wherever you poke it at.
Nice. And then I wipe that off into the snow, and I spray disinfectant on it, and then I spray disinfectant on myself.
Oh, Lysol. Yeah.
Yes.
they happen to have it here. No, I'm just kidding.
This weapon sounds like a wart lance.
Basically, it deals
freeze
cold
warts off my orc.
Yeah, so it's just cold property damage.
Okay, so I take that little scabbard, and because I don't have a scabbard to put it in, and I just attach it.
Yep.
I'll search the gnome. Is there anything to indicate what he might have been planning for us on him?
You see the dagger on him that's in a very similar sheath to that short sword. No, you see very minimal stuff on him. He just had what appeared to be the short sword, and that he had a water skin that had alcohol in it.
I'll take the dagger and toss it to the captain.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I'm going to second wind.
Okay.
And then when I'm dissatisfied with that result, I'm going to use the healing hit die.
Just so I know for when I roll, what is the cold damage for that sword?
It's going to be the same damage, so just the straight damage, but it deals cold damage instead.
Oh, I see. So it's a 1d6. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be a regular 1d6, but it's cold damage.
I feel a little bad about the gnome, so I'm going to start playing a dirge with my bagpipes.
And to that dirge, I whistle as I keep hitting the floor with the butt of my spear.
I wanted to give all of you guys inspiration, by the way. So you guys can all have inspiration, because you've all been playing in character pretty well.
Do I notice anything particularly interesting about the things that came out of him? And eventually, I'll also start inspecting his mouth.
Do me a favor and do a medicine check. I'll use it for these bugs.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have medicine, but I like to roll.
Yeah, we'll just go with it.
Yeah, that's a good roll. So that's a 19, and that I have no modifier.
Okay.
So
you're able to see as you're inspecting it but not touching it that when these things bite, it looks like they have a sac that puts eggs, like it has eggs in it.
Oh, they impregnate you.
Bites you, it puts its eggs in your bloodstream.
Yes, it's very good that none of them bit any of us, because if they did, we would have been spawning them as well. See, you see here, if you observe, this is where the eggs come from.
As I play, I'm looking over and I look a little grossed out.
I look like I'm absolutely fascinated. Like I'm jotting again in this invisible book. I'm writing notes. It's in my lap. And
I would like to ask Ewick if he knows of any properties which might repel these bugs. And back at my house, we light up different combinations of incense and herbs to help as a repellent, as a fog that keeps them away. Do you know of anything that might help us like that here?
So
Survival?
What kind of role would that be?
I'd say survival, probably. But because you're not from the Arctic, well, are you from the Arctic?
I would probably say no.
Then I would say disadvantage for survival. And we'll make it a DC. Well, I'll come up with it. I won't say it.
I'll give you a number. All right, so survival is based on wisdom, right? Yeah. So I have a 7.
7. Okay. So you think just like any bug, any smoke will keep bugs away.
Okay. All right, that's what I'll say then.
Smoke, you say. I think that's an even better reason for us to bring the wagon with us and to smoke out this cave before we go in.
Okay.
Does anyone have objections?
I don't object, but the little fellow said it's impassable for the wagon.
Well, what's impossible for him was that bugs came out of his mouth too, but that also happened.
You misunderstand, sir. Not impossible, impassable.
Oh, well, there are things that are highly improbable. I think they're going to be. It's not going to be impassable.
But most likely he would use the wagon to bring back the body parts or the
exactly.
loot.
Let's just ride the elephant.
My character is reasonably intelligent. I have a 14. Would there be any way that I could see if there's anything salvageable that would make a good, like, runners for a sled or skis for the wagon to put it on? I figure I could use their muscle and my know-how.
And we have animals to pull it.
We have animals. Captain, I'm going to go check on the animals. And make
And
sure
I have animal handling.
I have to say, as long as someone's got some animal handling, you could use the elk. And I won't even make a roll on that. You could just, you would know.
Your Pickett really has animal handling.
I was hoping that there would be another Ignacio situation, so I could put down.
You can name it elk Ignacio. The thing you're gonna run into, like I said, there's a lot of hills.
The elk's
in the
name
area.
is Felix, guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of hills in the area, and it's really icy. It's almost like mountain climbing, more so than it is just walking over hills. So that's kind of the issue you're going to run into. If you guys ultimately want to try and bring this sled there, I'd say it's going to take you a long time. You can do it. It's just going to take you more than a day with all the obstacles of trying to get this thing up a hill and things like that. So it's going to take a long time to get this there. But ultimately, if you're determined, you can do it.
I think if there's the entire idea that smoke is going to protect us, and we know that we'll be inseminated with creatures in our blood, gives us enough reason to bring it.
Yeah, I'm fine with you doing that. It's going to take all of you working together to push this thing and things like that, though. That's all I'm saying.
So is the Taskmaster Blath going to be doing the orders like he did on the ship?
He is the captain.
He is the captain.
Absolutely.
That's our captain.
Oh, wait. There's a bed. We can use the frame. Like, maybe the pieces of the frame could be the runners of the sled. It could be like ski.
That would probably work better.
If somebody has carving, can anybody wood carve?
I can sew.
I can do backflips.
If
I do backflips around it, will that work?
You could probably, what's his name's got 4 spears, right?
Yeah, I got 5 actually. 4 on my back, 1 in my hand.
You could probably try to use 2 spears as runners. So I'd say Ryan's character would think that.
That use the spears as runners?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a disgrace of a Grumptious weapon.
Yeah, I won't do it.
Alright, but we could, we could come up with some sort of rig between the spears, the bed, and, I don't know, maybe the snowshoes, like, kind of ghetto engineer or something.
Use the spear as runners, and you might as well just go back using the battle axe.
Yeah, I look at my spear and say, these don't belong to me.
I look at the floorboards. How long are the floorboards in here? If we rip them up, put them on the bottom of the wagon, we'll take out some of the nails on top, place them in there, and we'll hammer onto the bottom for swell.
Yeah, you could do that.
All right, up with the floorboards, because I want to look for treasure anyway in here.
Lift it up, you just see dirt. Or not dirt, you see ice.
Well, we've already found the treasure. Look at this thing. Look at this. Like, I point to the bug things and, like, the guy.
Is there a small painting of the gnome with his family and being happy?
No, but on the wall above the fireplace, there's this horse that looks oddly familiar to you for some reason. And in the corner, it's signed and it says Ignacio.
Ignacio.
Who? Ignacio.
And it's actually, he sees his relative, Gaetan Delavigne, and he's in the painting standing next to it.
Yeah.
And there's like this sand creature that's coming up out of the desert that's been blown into obsidian.
Captain, why do we have to drag it? Why can't we just put it on top of the elks?
That's crazy.
Between the 2 of them, and just put something support between the 2 of them.
I already said we could just ride the elks.
Oh, Captain, I like the way you think.
We could just bring tinder to create the smoke as opposed to.
We'll need lots of fuel because it's a large cave.
Well, if none of us ride the elk, we could use them as beasts of burdens. Yes, beasts of burdens. I mean, you guys can pilot the elks as it is.
Sure. Then we could cook the elks on the fire.
They can carry a lot.
I mean, because we'll have the wagon wood, and then we'll have the firewood.
But what I'm saying is, well, the wagons are going to be very tricky. Very, very tricky.
Well, I say we take a vote. How would you guys like to proceed?
I say we just carry it.
Whatever is quickest. I'm here to kill Yeti, not build fires.
Well, it builds fires to draw out yetis.
I'll be right back, guys. You guys figure out what you're doing. I'll be right back.
We don't have to take the firewood. You guys can do whatever you want. It's fine. I just thought it'd be a good tool.
I bang on my shield with my spear and point at the captain.
Your call, Captain. What's the call?
How many times you keep asking me the same question?
We're waiting for a reply.
What was the question?
Are we taking the cart?
Not the elk.
We ride the elk.
That's disturbing.
So says the captain.
We ride the elk.
All right, ride the elk.
That's a lot of people on the elks.
Well, no, I would say just using this piece of burden. That would be silly. Just laden them with whatever provisions we would need.
How far is it anyway? Do we even know where it is?
It's about a day's march in a blizzard.
I will tend to short ribs. Who wants to tend to rump roast? They need names.
One of the names is Felix.
Felix is a good name. I like it. It speaks well. It speaks well. Yes, yes. Why, yes, it does. It's a good name. Good name. Oh, I was speaking to absolutely no one in particular.
On that note, LP.
All right. Valentar went to make water.
All right, you guys decide what you're going to do?
Yep.
Okay. What are you guys going to do?
Well, the lightest of us will ride the elks, with the others skiing along behind with ropes and planks.
Okay. Sounds good. And then are you going to go out tonight, or are you... Because it's kind of late. You could go out tonight in the dark, or you could wait till morning.
Is it still whiteout conditions out there?
It looks like it's clearing up a little. It's not as bad as it was.
It's an unfamiliar area. We should burn the body and then sit out in the morning.
Definitely burn the body.
But I did definitely go and like investigate the body with basically looking to see where things erupted, if I can get a sense of that. And,
so you're gonna cut his chest open then?
I'll take him outside and take a look at it. Yeah.
Okay. As you're dissecting the body, give me a medicine.
Just ask you a very specific question.
Sure. All right. Medicine, untrained. That's a 4, so I don't do a very good job.
All right. So, because you were actually dissecting, you weren't just looking inside of its mouth, right?
Well, I mean, I primarily was looking inside of his mouth because, I mean, knowing that I don't have the training, it's not like I'm going to get that much. I have a lot of knowledges, but not that one in particular.
So as you're looking at the mouth, you're like, yeah, it definitely busted out through its mouth. You can see, like, a broken jaw, kind of, like, because it just looks unnatural. But, yeah, that's really all you can tell.
Yeah, I have investigate, but that's about it.
Yep. Okay.
Do you have any are there any mason jars around this guy's house? Sealable containers?
Not really. No, not here. No, there's very limited stuff. There's in that wardrobe, you guys are able to find like a couple walking sticks, and you're able to find obviously more snowshoes, some parkas, to keep you warm.
Does the pot have a lid?
It does. Yes.
I want to take it off of the fire very carefully, as far back as I can, put the lid on it, and tie it with a rope.
Okay.
Because if you remember, I've thrown that dead beast in there. All of his innards have mixed with the soup. I have a dastardly baiting plan.
Okay. Okay. So you're tying it to the back of the skis then, or whatever?
Yeah.
Your improvised sled? Okay. You're able to
I
do
wander over to Grimgol, taking a swig out of the gnome's alcohol flask, and say, "I don't think we need to worry about that ambush plan."
Wait, so what did you do? I'm sorry.
Drink out of.
You took a swig of it?
Lucky.
I took a swig, yeah.
All right, give me a con saving throw.
Yes, a little bit.
Dun, dun, dun.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. That's a natural one.
Oh, okay.
Good one.
Excellent. All right, and I'm sorry, did you guys decide to go step out during the night or wait till morning?
Morning.
Okay. All right, so you're able to rest. Ryan, in the next morning, you're feeling a little tired. Even though you had a good night's rest, you're still feeling a little tired.
Shocking.
Blath, you feel normal. Just completely normal.
Oh, shit.
Delavine, you feel normal. Brother you, Grumgall, Balintar, you all feel normal. Okay?
Can I make a medicine check on myself?
Sure.
All right, let's do that. So that's a 13.
For some reason, you just didn't sleep well last night. You tossed and turned all night.
Well, I call that Tuesday.
Feel a little
but
short of breath. Feel a little short of breath. Maybe you're snoring a little. Anyone else who was awake longer than you knows that you were snoring really loud last night.
First symptom of bug lung.
So either early in the morning, if anyone wakes up, they see me off to the side with a kit of tools, and I'm sharpening them, and it's all kinds of skinning and taxidermy tools. There's false eyes in there and blade.
I'm just happy he's not playing bagpipes.
Don't worry, there will be plenty of time for that.
I look at the taxidermy tools and I say, "You must be a great hunter."
I will be once I bag me a yeti.
Have you ever seen somebody turn a troll skull into a helmet?
I cannot say I have, but they'd make a fine goblet as well.
How much would
Maybe.
it cost for a man like you to do that taxidermy for a man like me?
Buy me a drink and I'd be willing to do it for free.
I laugh heartily at that.
Especially if I get to see you bring down the yeti, or the troll. That will be quite the sight.
I'm practicing some footwork, lunging my spear, getting hyped up.
This sounds of courtship.
I'll turn to Ewick and fix him with a stare and point a finger at his chest and say, "Have you ever heard of a baby troll?"
The what troll? Baby
A
troll.
baby troll. Is there such a thing as baby trolls?
Can I arcana that?
What's that?
Can
You
I
can
arcana
arcana
that about baby trolls?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, when a mommy troll and a daddy troll.
All right, I got a let's see, the arcana. That's a 19.
I have no freaking clue. So go,
Make it up.
make up whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll go into the birds and bees of it. Very much. They reproduce very much like you or I. They, obviously there was the troll penis that enters the lady parts of the female troll. Believe it or not, there are female trolls, and they produce like any other mammal.
Then I will make a goblet from a baby troll's skull and a coin purse from a female troll's whatever you said.
No.
No, that's just disturbing.
That's our captain.
Grab your stuff, let's go.
A coin purse that regenerates.
That's the spirits.
That's excellent. All
Cut a
right.
half a coin every morning. Have a full coin at night.
So we're like 2 hours in and the adventure still hasn't started.
I feel bad that I'm like, every now and then I'm like, all right, and so then you're able to move on. I did stall a bit because I thought Robert Ogre would be joining us, but I don't think he's joining us, so never mind.
How will we survive without an ogre?
We're ogreless.
You'll do okay, I'm sure.
Nerds!
So I kick the door open and say, "Come on, you want to live forever."
Okay. So you guys are able to leave and start heading out there. This sled idea was brilliant. You guys feel like it was the greatest idea ever. You're going up and down the hills just fine. These elk are pulling this thing great. You're dragging this soup along just fine in the cauldron.
On short ribs and rump roast. To victory!
The storm has seemed to have faded away. You have a slight fog, but it's not like what it was before. Actually, not fog, but a flurry of snow, but you can see, hundreds of feet. You know based on your map that you're getting kind of close, too. And as you do get close, the skies do clear. It's not snowing anymore. And in the distance, the captain sees what appears to be a polar bear. And 6 dire wolves that are kind of lurking far away, and this polar bear's got its face buried in something. So what do you do?
I give him a Coca-Cola.
Look at the pelt on that bear. How far away?
About a little over 100 feet.
Okay, I pull my longbow from my shoulder and knock an arrow and sight it and let fly.
Okay.
The hunt is on!
If you roll an 18 or higher, you're going to hit the bear's kill shot.
If I what?
If you roll an 18 or higher, natural.
I get a 22.
What was your natural roll?
An 18.
You kill the bear. It just drops. You hit it right in its heart and kill it with one shot. As it falls over, these 6 dire wolves that were kind of lurking approach on it and just start devouring this bear.
Oh, I'm furious.
They stole your kill.
I am running. I drop the bow where it is, grab my broad-bladed long spear and start running towards them, howling like a madman.
I call initiative on this one.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody roll initiative.
What's the call, Captain?
18.
Holy shit. So 22.
Dang, Posey.
I know. Why can't I keep these when I'm fighting?
I have
So
no
12
idea.
for me. Wait, 12? 11 for me.
Jay was 11, Andrew was 14, and Ryan... What was Ryan? Oh, 12. Okay.
Well, let me tell you something. If I was a halfling barbarian right now, I'd be raging and biting them.
I could give you inspiration, but you already got it, so...
All
right. We'll get the surprise on them because they are just focused on eating this polar bear. It'll unless you do a full move action, I'm gonna say it's gonna take you 2 rounds to get up there, though. If you do a full action to dash and everything, you can get there in 1.
I'm doing that.
Posey, it's your turn first.
So since this is a surprise round, do we do this round and then another round of attacks, or is it just? How does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll go through everybody, and then they won't get to go this turn.
All right, sounds good. I will
You'll
go
get
ahead.
advantage on everything too.
Oh wow!
For
All right,
this
so if they're within 120 feet, I pull upon the power of the Delavine family.
All right.
Firebolt.
Okay.
For no avail. 7 plus 2 is 9, so that's a miss.
Yep, you miss.
But I will say good luck, guys.
And I'm assuming you moved up further, or are you staying back?
Oh no, I'm staying back. Someone has to keep these elk calm, and that's
Good
going to
call.
be me.
Good call. All right, next up is Dave.
All right, so I will take a lunging attack at the closest one of these.
Okay. I'll let
19
you get
on the
close.
die.
What was that?
19 on the die.
Okay. Yeah, damage.
I thought he
20
was still
points
running to
damage.
get there.
Well, he had started running before everybody, so I'll allow it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
what range are these things in?
Damage.
what was damage?
20.
Okay. You hurt this thing really bad.
I
You
whip around the butt and smack it on its snout.
All right.
For a AC 12.
That will miss. Next
And
up
then
is
back 5 foot.
Andrew.
Alright, I'm running to the closest wolf and making a basic melee with my spear.
Okay.
That will be 19.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you probably couldn't get close enough to do it though, just because I said it would take a full round of double move actions. So
then
first round, so surprise round, I'll say that it took the full round to get up there, for you as well, unless
I'm going to use my bonus action then to cast Spiritual Weapon.
That'll work.
Alright, so you see me hold up my spear, and I say, Spear of Fate, and you see an astral spear form and float forward towards the wolf the additional distance.
Okay.
And it does.
A spiritual spear.
Yeah, it does 8 points of force damage to the wolf.
Oh, and you don't have to roll to hit or anything?
I don't. You just see it topple, like head over butt towards it, and when it gets right in front of it, it stops and straightens and stabs it.
And was that the same one that Dave hit or a different one?
It's the same one that Dave hit.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. So you definitely spear through it.
Oh, I do. Actually, I do have to make a spell attack. I'm sorry, I got that wrong.
Okay.
So let me roll that real quick.
Because your spell attacks are so good and powerful.
There we go. It's 18 versus AC.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, sweet.
So I'll use the same damage. So yeah, you spear it. This thing looks really badly hurt. If it was standing on 2 legs, it probably would have fallen over, but it's still there and kind of staggering sideways. And all the other wolves kind of stop what they're doing and turn in the direction of where your spear came from.
How many wolves?
6 total.
Holy shit.
Next up is Brad.
I look the captain. What do you want me to do, Captain? Stay or fight?
Kill them all.
I run forth.
All right, so it'll take your full turn to get up there, unless you want to try about half the distance to try and either throw something or distance attack. Or you might have something that gives you a bonus attack. You could always do that as well. I'm not sure what your character
I'll
has.
run up there. As I'm running, I'll break out my pole. I'll plant it in the ground, pull down a lever. A picture of my master will appear there, painted, and I will land among the wolves.
All right. Awesome. All right, next up is Ryan.
All right, so are they pretty closely clustered then?
Yeah, they're all hovered around this dead polar bear.
All right. So again, a shadowy cloak of eyeballs appears around me, and that guttural speech erupts around the wolves. Not as effective. So it's a con save for 15, DC 15.
Okay.
And
roll
10
for
points
all.
damage.
They're gonna take it, and all of them will take it. So the one that's been speared drops, and all the other ones just start screeching in pain.
All right. And I had to get within 60 feet, and that is as close as I will get. And if I can use someone for a human shield to stand behind them whilst doing it, I will.
You would be behind at least Brad's character.
Not much of a shield.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So you basically be behind Brad's character. Andrew's character and is the next one up, and then Dave's character is like pretty much right there.
Okay.
All right. Next up is not Ryan. AJ.
Okay, so I'm gonna go charging up and throw my
Who's on the
trident.
elks, by the way? Is it
I
just
am.
Rosie? Okay.
Yes.
Just checking. Okay.
So I'm charging forward and throwing my trident as I go.
Okay.
I'll find it. Oh, jeez. So that goes sailing overhead, landing nicely in the snow, perfectly placed about 10 feet past the wolves. And then I'll draw my shield off my back and my longsword and go into a defend in front of the more vulnerable members of the party.
Excellent. So you're basically right in front of Ryan, it looks like.
Mhm.
Okay, great. Technically, it will be their turn. We'll go back up to the top. Posey, what are you doing?
First, I want to check on the elk. Are they okay?
Oh, yeah, they seem pretty calm.
All right, then I am going to attack twice with an action surge against these wolves, casting Firebolt, trying to miss my friends.
So were you taking the elk the previous round up there then?
Yeah.
No, I'm just casting from where I'm at.
Oh, okay, so you're casting a spell. Okay.
Yes, it's a Firebolt twice.
All right, and what's the range on that?
120 feet.
Perfect. Okay.
All right, so the first one is going to be a 12, and the next one's a 10.
Neither of them hit.
Okay, that was perfect.
Dave,
Yes.
your turn.
All right. So
A dead
I'm
wolf lay at your feet.
what's that?
A dead wolf lays at your feet.
I'm going to I'm going to actually step up onto the dead wolf and push off of it, slamming my broad-headed long spear into the closest wolf, using a pushback attack upon it.
Okay.
18 on the die.
Hits.
For 8 points of damage, and I believe it's DC 14 to not be pushed back.
It won't matter. He failed it.
Okay,
shit.
so it gets pushed back.
About 10 feet.
So it flies back 15 feet.
Okay. So you kind of hit it, and it goes flying back, and as it lands on its back, it does roll over and look like it's about to bolt away, like running away.
Oh no, you don't.
Andrew's next.
Alright, I continue channeling my spiritual weapon, and the wolf that's trying to, limp away, you see the spear fly at it, and the bottom of the spear rotates in such a way that it actually kicks up snow. It makes it look like a cyclone. And I make a spell attack against it, trying to impale it with the spear.
Sweet.
Oh, nice. That's a 23 versus AC.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, and that's going to be for 11 force damage.
All right. You drop it.
So the spear goes, while it's trying to retreat, the spear goes through, the small of the back of its neck and out of its mouth. And you see it fall over and blood spit out all over the ground, and the spear retrieves itself and pulls out and whirls around, waiting in the air. Now with my normal attack action, I take the spear in my right hand and chuck it at the next closest wolf.
All right. I'll allow it.
Jesus.
Grumsh.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. So that's going to be a 21 versus AC.
Oh, yeah. You hit.
And that's going to be for 8 piercing damage.
All right. Yeah, you hit it in its front, just off. I mean, if you were just a little bit over, it would have went right through its heart. But yeah, you hit it, and you see it kind of plant into the snow as it hits through its breast on the side. But it's still standing.
Nice.
Next up is Brad.
I will attempt to punch, and maybe knee. Ooh. Ooh. Whiff, whiff.
Oh. Missed on both. All right. Ryan.
All right. Alright, I'm gonna look up this effect real quick.
Okay. Do you want me to go on to the next person while you look that up?
No, what are you looking up? So, what I'm gonna do is... Since there are a bunch of stupid animals, they're still kind of huddled around that corpse, right?
All of them except for one are still like above it. They're all looking though at you guys. The one looks like it's about to. Well, the one died. Never mind. Yeah, there's 4 over this area.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a thaumaturgy and just Wait, run towards us. Run towards us. I'm gonna make the sort of the blood like boil and sizzle and like basically just look unnerving, like the blood of their kill of the polar bear. Just make it look as creepy as possible and maybe hope to spook them by how surely unnatural it looks.
Yeah, they'll look down at it and they look a little perturbed by it. AJ, you're up.
I hope they puke. That's what I'd do if I was a dog. I was like, oh shit, did I just eat that? Bug lung, bug lung. All right. So I've got the sword and board out now. Can I advance and attack any of them? Do I need to run up? Okay.
Yeah, I'll say you can get there.
Right. So.
And there's one that was hit by a spear, and there's 3 that have only been hurt by a spell. So the one that was hurt by the spear was also hurt by a spell effect.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the one that's hurt by the spear and try and finish it off.
Okay.
If possible. Yeah.
Just spook them and make them disperse.
So that is 19 to hit.
That'll do it.
And that is D8. So that's 8, 9, 10 damage.
All right, go ahead and explain what you do to this thing.
I just very calmly and carefully just put my sword nicely through its chest, right on the kill spot. Clean kill.
Yep, you're able to. You drop it. So now it's their turn. When their turn comes up, these 3 that are still over top this polar bear just kind of quickly look around and just start bolting out of there, running together. They kind of like they start in different directions, but then
how far from you were they?
From you, they're about 5-10 feet away. You can get an attack of opportunity if you want it. In fact, anyone who has said they are in this area, so that would be Dave, Andrew, and AJ, you can all have attacks.
That's 17.
To hit?
Yes.
That'll hit.
And because I have the sentinel feat, its movement is stopped.
Oh.
And it takes 9 points of damage.
Okay. So you stop 1.
That's 17 versus
That'll
18.
hit. And this will be a different one.
Alright, I just chuck the spear at him, and that's for 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay. And then AJ, do you hit one?
I make a swipe, miss, and then just wander over in disgust and pick up my trident.
Okay. So the 2 that were not hit by Dave do manage to get 50 feet away. Actually, because a double move would be 100 feet, so they are gone. They're about 100 feet away from you guys now, which means they're out of your range now, Posey. The other one is stopped right there next to you, Dave, because you kind of like knocked it down and stunned it. So yeah, we'll go back up to Posey. There's only one that's 120 feet away from you. The other 2 you can't see. They're about 200 feet away from you.
All right, I'll shoot it with fire.
Okay. Don't roll a 1.
I did not. I actually rolled a 17, and
You
I'll
hit.
actually have the right modifier this time, +4. So that is 21.
Yeah, you hit.
the amount of fire damage it takes as it burns away the hair, like the thick wool hair. So it's just this pungent odor. Is 8 points of damage.
All right. Yeah, you heard it. Really bad. It's still alive, but it's starting to look like a hairless cat almost.
And I'm leading the elk towards the party now.
Okay. Dave.
Oh, so I slam my broad-headed long spear into it at a 20
Oh yeah, you kill it.
for 11 points of damage.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
immediately whip around the butt of it onto the back of its skull before I even realize it's dead with a natural 20 for 9 more points of damage. And I scream as I do it, "No one steals the kill from Balantar, no one!"
Yeah, you shattered its skull. Easy. And the other two at this point are completely gone, and that is it. So you see a polar bear. You see 4 dead wolves. And underneath this polar bear, you see what looks to be 2 or 3 adventurers that actually have been eaten, but only their legs have been eaten, it looks like. But their mouths are split open, just like what you saw from the gnome before.
And is the polar bear still bubbling unnaturally? Because I'm getting freaked out by that thing.
As long as he's holding thaumaturgy.
Have I made it up with the elk yet?
Oh yeah, you could make it up there. Now.
I would like to check their person to see if they have any information about the bugs, or if they have any herbs that they might have used, or if I can discern anything about their person that might give me clues about them.
Okay, so as you're searching one of the bodies, you do see that there is...
It's still boiling.
It is still boiling?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think about it, because it doesn't take concentration. It's just kind of happening.
Just kind of happens for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so you come up and you see a ring on one of them. Or actually, how many bodies did I say there were? I'm sorry.
I was at 2
You saw
or
2, right? You saw 2? All right, so there's 2 bodies that you can kind of see, and there's one underneath the polar bear. All 3, because you can see their hands, have a ring on.
Well, I'm right there at the bear, so I immediately go over, and I will take one of the rings.
So the one from underneath the bear, you pick it up, and looks like a really nice gem in it. Looks like a tourmaline gem.
Without thinking about it, I just slip it on my finger, and I'm examining the bear. As I do that, I'm going into my pack to pull out my kit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what I can salvage after these freaking dire wolves had interfered with my kill.
Yeah. Okay. So when you put the ring on, you don't feel as cold anymore. You feel like this is pretty moderate temperature here. You're pretty comfortable. Maybe a little warm in some of this gear now. It's a ring of cold resistance.
Doesn't alcohol do that too?
It can.
Was there anything else on their person, like any notes or maps? Or...
If you search through them, you see that they all have the same maps that you have.
Yeah.
You do also find what seems to be like an ointment in a metal tin, round metal tin.
I hand that to Ewick.
Yep. You guys will know that this is a 2d8 plus 2 hit points restored, and it cures poison and disease.
How many uses?
5 uses.
Ooh. Yeah, it's ointment.
Yep.
So I don't care about any of that. I'm trying to see if I can salvage the head from the bear.
Yeah, the wolves did nearly no damage to this. You could skin this polar bear and keep it, basically.
All right, I get to work. I don't even care about the boiling blood.
Yep, definitely.
So...
And
before, before, as I examined the bear and I realized that the pelt is still salvageable, my anger begins to fade away, and I kind of snap to it. And I go retrieve my bow, and then I come back to go back to work.
Oh. So,
Nice.
did you say that there were 3 rings?
Yes, there's 2 more rings that nobody's picked up yet.
Well, I will slip those off, and I will hand those out to
And they look identical.
who would ever like them.
Can
Okay.
I Arcana the rings? The remainder?
Yeah, you could Arcana them. Give me an
Okay.
Arcana check.
Alright, so is it one roll for both or separate?
They looked exactly the same as each other. Those 2.
Okay. Alright. I rolled a natural 19 on the die. So.
Yeah, so you notice that these are beautifully crafted. They are rings of evasion. And both seem to have the same amount of charges with 3 charges each.
So these would work well to make one avoid unfortunate events.
Perhaps they'd be most useful to our compatriots who are not quite as agile as I am.
Well, I tend not to go in the thick of things, and sometimes misfortunate things occur when I'm called to act upon. So maybe someone else should use them.
I care not. I have the true treasure here as I start skinning the bear.
I look to Brother Yu. Does Brother Yu want a ring?
I'm okay, thank you.
I look to Blath
What's that?
at one of his red-rimmed eyes and say, Captain, do you want a ring?
Well, it's clearly shit, I say, kicking the beer, because these guys didn't make it, but I'll take one.
I pass one over to him. Grumgall?
He just shakes his head. My blood must burn with rage.
Okay, so I put the other ring on myself.
Okay. The rings of evasion, if you fail a dex check, you get to re-roll, basically, and that'll cost a charge. So, just so you guys know whoever has it.
And did I use both rings, or did Uwick take one?
I didn't take one because I figured most people will be in the thick of the things, and I could end up casting in the midst of the party. So.
All right, so I have one ring of evasion. AJ has one.
Perfect. And then Dave has the ring of cold resistance.
And
So
that
half
is
damage from cold.
And
Okay.
that is to re-roll a dex check. Is that it?
Yes, if you fail, you can re-roll a dex check.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep. All right. So you guys recoup, or regroup. Wow, I can't even talk. Regroup. You're able to get back on the sleigh and get going. You have your beautiful white polar bear pouch with some red in it.
How long does he take with the polar bear thing?
Oh, I'd say that probably. I don't know. Andrew, how long would it take to do that?
I was going to ask him the same thing.
To skin
Is it a short rest worth of taking for?
Yeah, you all can say it's a short rest.
Oh,
Okay.
got my action surge.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I'm gonna get spells.
Did
back.
you like cure the bear pelt with like any type of slurry from its innards, or just skin it basically?
I actually don't care about the meat. I only care about the pelt.
I'd say you could probably get the pelt off pretty freaking quick. 20 minutes if you were skilled.
And I want to take the head and skull with it.
Jesus.
Because you can like remove the pelt of a deer really fucking fast. A bear is bigger, but
Dude, I'm turning this thing into a cloak with the bear head as the hood.
I'll let you do that, and if you're in snow, I'll say it's a +1 to stealth.
No. I
You what?
have taxidermy tools as a proficiency.
Okay. I'll say you're able to do it. You don't even need to roll, man.
Nice.
Is rubbing the innards on the hide like an actual hunter's thing, Andrew?
yeah, that's how they used to like cure it to make clothing out of it.
Wow.
So
that's cool.
after I get this thing off and I'm kind of wearing it, I'm like prancing around and strutting, and I go over to one of the dire wolves and take a whazz right on its freaking head for trying to interfere with my kill.
All right. All right. So you guys are able to regroup. get everything set up how you need to on the sleigh again, and you're able to move forward. Now, as you move forward, it doesn't take long. I mean, you're maybe a mile away from the caves, and I say caves because as you approach, you can see various entrances. There's a lot of small entrances, and it's all down the hill. There's this big hill, and it slopes down to these caves. And you can see there's small holes throughout, and it's all ice. And then there's one really large one really far off to the left, and one really large one far off to the right. The small holes are peppered throughout it, all throughout. They're up really high on it, all the way down. And you could assume that the small holes are probably bug holes.
And the large holes are yetis and trolls.
Probably.
Anyone that is even slightly observant will notice that I have all of a sudden more of a pep in my step, and I'm kind of like humming and whistling to myself, and I seem almost vibrating with excitement.
Do I see any yeti hair or troll hair to any of these specific large, or like maybe I see tracks in the snow if they've come in or out?
Or does the map indicate an entrance that we should go?
Did we bring the polar bear husk with us to set on fire to draw them out?
The map does show the entrances. It's not labeled though, but it does show the entrances. Also, like I said, it's sloped down kind of. You notice that this is really slick. It's a lot of ice. You wanted to look for tracks. You don't see any footprint tracks. You do see, and you've kind of noticed since you left those bodies before, you do see some fresh tracks from what you would assume would be the bugs that come back here. Mm-hmm. Does anybody have survival?
Yeah, I do.
All right, roll survival to see if you can tell yeti or troll tracks.
Untrained, I got a 15.
Okay, that's good. Anyone beat a 15?
Yeah, not with my 9.
Says wisdom, says 2, 4, 16.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, you guys can tell between all of you that there are, if you look really carefully, there's tracks under the snow that are imprinted in ice. From what you could assume, one is maybe from the yeti and one is from the troll. But they both go to both of those cave entrances equally. So it doesn't seem like one belongs to the other necessarily. They maybe go to these cave entrances equally.
They're treaty. Half troll, half yeti.
What you would assume is that maybe these cave entrances connect inside at some point.
You said they slope down like kind of like a slide?
Yeah, so if you try to get down this hill, you're all going to have to make dex checks.
I'm not going to, because I'm just going to go up to it, grab my broad-bladed long spear, and just totally banana peel it down.
You're losing it.
What a loser.
I'm gonna join him, but I'm gonna do it on my shield like a sled.
All right, you can do that. What are you guys doing with the sleigh and the elk?
Oh, I'm gonna lead them down.
I'm already sliding
You're
down.
trying to lead them down. Okay, the elk are very apprehensive about going. They actually kind of fight against going.
Can I do an animal handling check?
Yep.
Can you make love to them to make them go
So
down?
that's a 16.
Okay, so you're able to get them to try and go. Now, roll a dex check for them.
Oh shit! I should have put my ring on them.
I don't think it would
Right on their antler.
Maybe on an antler it would have, but no.
5.
Ooh. So both of the elk just biff it. I mean, their legs, when they hit it, they're like, and just sprawl out, and like the sleigh and everything starts spinning wildly down this icy slope. Andrew and Dave, I want you guys to make dex checks to avoid this chaos.
I'd rather not.
Do I get advantage since I can more easily steer a sled?
No, the sled's about to bust you in the face.
All All right, a 5. How does that do?
Not good. What did Andrew get?
I got a 15.
15. Okay. I'm rolling to determine whether you're getting the elk or the sleigh. Evens for elk and odds for sleigh. All right, you're getting an elk antler. So it hits you for 4 points of damage. So this antler just spears through your beautiful
I just got
new
an
polar bear.
elk antler somewhere that's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, through your bear pelt.
All right.
Get some blood on your pelt too, unfortunately.
Oh.
How was Brad, Ryan, and AJ? How are you guys getting down?
I'm walking along with the elk. I have animal handling as a skill as well. So
Oh, okay. So you're with the elks. So you're on the sleigh, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Were the rest of you on the sleigh?
No, I'll walk down.
You walk down. Okay. Give me a dex check.
12.
Okay. You're able to get down. There's a couple points where you almost slip, but you get down okay. What about you, Ryan?
So if it was if the sleigh could get down there reasonably, so like if someone assured me that has the appropriate skill, I would have rode down on the sleigh. If not, I would have casually tapped a piton into the ground and like tied off a rope and climbed down. So one or the other.
Well, nobody warned you, so I'll say you were in the sleigh. Do me a favor and give me an athletics check to see if you got thrown from it down there.
All right. So that's a 2. Well, no, I mean, so the thing was, somebody would have had to have said that the sleigh is safe. If it was not deemed safe, I would have sort of pitoneered my way down.
Yeah, nobody said anything, and Posey's character was just like, nope, we're going animals. so it happened. You took 3 bludgeoning damage from landing on the ice.
Does
How much?
the soup fly
3.
out and hit anybody?
3 damage? Okay.
Yeah, but you didn't hit anybody else. You're good. So you're all good. So now you're there, and now you just have to kind of get uphill with this sleigh that lost half of its firewood. You have to push it up the hill if that's what you're going to try and do.
Are the animals okay?
They're a little shaken.
I go and I take some apples out of my patch and I start to tend to the animals, getting them together.
They don't eat apples. They eat oats, which you had oats from the house. So you gave them some oats.
I have some oats that I'm feeding them. Felix, I'm so sorry.
Felix. The other one seems jealous that you didn't name him.
Surname Short Ribs.
Yeah, pork chop, short ribs.
So the elk could get this up to a cave entrance. Which cave entrance, or what are you doing? What's your plan?
Yeah, I plan to hook up the elk back up to the wagon and to have them pull it up.
Okay. Well, there's 2 main cave entrances, and there's a lot of smaller cave entrances. Easily over 50 small cave entrances. And by small, I mean you would have to crawl into them. Yeah, they're not very big. They're like human body size round for the small ones.
Ooh, nasty. I say we go to the left.
Okay. Everyone's on board with that? Okay.
Sure.
So are you going to try to take the elk into the cave?
Yes.
Okay. Once again, give me an animal handling check. They do not seem to like that idea.
So that is a 17.
Okay. So you're able to coax them into going in there. Now.
It's okay, baby. It's all right. This isn't gonna be like that. That hill back there.
So you're on top of one of the
elk I smell.
What's that?
What, AJ?
I was just, what is this? The elk smells something. What is this elk smell?
And what were you saying, Juice?
So Posey, you're on one of the elks, correct?
No, I'm not. I'm walking it on the side, holding its reins.
Okay. Where is everybody else? Are you guys on the ground, on the sleigh, or on the elk?
I'm on the ground.
So everybody else is on the ground?
I'm on the ground next to the sleigh.
So you're all next to it. Okay. As you get into this cave, once again, it slopes downward, and there is ice again. I need everybody, including the elk, to make dex checks once again.
All right. Did I have time to put on my ring of evasion on this damn elk?
You can put it on the elk. That's fine.
All right, I do that.
It's only
then.
on the one antler, and the other one doesn't have it.
Yeah, I just put it on Felix. Fuck that other elk.
Alright, I'll roll for the elk.
14.
You wrote? Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I got to roll for both of them anyway.
To go uphill.
I critted.
Oh. Okay.
So that's a 7 for me.
7 for you. Okay,
I got
anyone
5.
who rolled under a 10, you guys slip and start barreling down this slope. It's a good 20, 30 degree slope. It's enough to knock you off your feet and make you go, almost like a water slide. The one elk that didn't have the ring slips and happens to pull the sleigh. And the good elk made his dex check, but is not strong enough to hold the sleigh by himself and a falling elk. So anybody who rolled above a 10 is fine at the top of the cave. Everybody else is at the bottom with the elk and the sleigh coming down on them.
How am I wielding elk like weapons?
Can I
the whole party?
I don't
I
know.
want to take out my hand axes. So I've got 2 throwing hand axes, and just like chock those into the snow like ice picks.
Oh, and you're falling down?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you try that. Roll to strike. If you roll above a 10, you're able to do it. It's an athletics check, we'll say.
Will the ring of evasion have anything to do with it as well?
Yes, I'll allow that.
I'm a scholar. I'm tucking and rolling to the best of my advantage to get the heck out of the way of the sleigh.
Okay. Did you fail your check, Ryan?
Yeah, the 5.
Oh.
So that's a 12 on that roll.
Okay, so AJ, as you start to slip, you're able to, catch the ice with whatever you have in your hand. Anybody else who ended up at the bottom, though, give me another dex check. This time it's to avoid being barreled into. And tell me who failed.
I got a 10.
You make it. You're able to move out of the way. Did anybody else fail?
Yeah.
No? All right, we have one elk that is dead now.
Is it Felix?
No, it was the one you did not name.
All right, good. Fuck that guy.
Who's the odd roast? Who's the odd couple?
So you have this other. So it slams into this corner. It's like a corner. So as it comes down, it turns, and it's a sharp turn. And so at the end of this, some of you are able to move out of the way. The ones that had slipped and made your dex check. The ones that didn't, you see an elk get slammed against the wall. You see the other elk's antler spear it, and then you see the sleigh barely miss that elk and smash the back half of that one into the wall, killing it.
Wow.
Like, instantly crushed it.
Better.
After all this happens, I look down as the good lookout I am and yell, "Look out below!"
Alright, so you have one elk down there. Ryan is down there just out of the way. Is everybody else at the top?
I'm at the
I had
top, yeah.
15 for my initial
Top.
Okay. Alright,
My cave's at the top.
as you're down there, whoever's down there, so I'll say Ryan, you can hear some roaring, almost sounds ape-like, coming from down the hall. Can all of you see in the dark?
I can.
Somebody's got the Chewbacca. I own that Chewbacca. I have it.
I should
I
say,
cannot,
who can't see in the dark?
I can't see in the dark.
Oh, you know
I
what?
can't see in the dark.
Yeah, lights still.
Okay.
No.
So I will expect you guys to come up with some light sources for yourselves or somebody to help you out. Ryan, are you able to see in the dark?
Nope.
No? Okay, so you're having trouble seeing at the bottom of this too, but you definitely heard a noise.
I'll pour a little bit of the alcohol on the a rock face, a bit of rock, and then I'll strike my spark to it from my flint and tinder, and then when that's lit up, everybody can quickly.
When I see him
light
pouring oil, I just fireballed it.
Well, I
that
think he's at the top of the cave. You're at the
cantrip.
bottom, Ryan. You're a good
Oh, I don't have the cantrip anyway.
200 feet away. I mean, that was a long slope.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't even have the firebolt cantrip, so never mind.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do that, and I'll light my torch, and everybody else torches like that.
Okay. All right. So you guys are able to make it down to where this chaos and carnage just happened. There's one living elk. There's one dead elk. The sleigh is there.
Slay isn't dead.
Yeah, the sleigh. I mean, it's busted. You can't move it really because of the broken tracks and stuff. It's shattered.
That's good. We just wanted to set it on fire anyway.
Yeah, so it's down here. I mean, it's in the cave.
It's done its job.
So yeah, so what are you guys doing? Are you lighting the sleigh on fire? What's going
Yeah,
on?
I set it on fire.
Okay.
Wait, weren't we supposed to smoke out the cave with this? This is totally defeating the purpose.
We're in the cave.
No, wait. There's the soup. Is that still on there?
It's off of the sleigh now. It's on the ground.
Does the soup involve too many cooks?
Is it gonna get heated though by the fire? Is it that close to it?
Oh yeah, it's right next to it.
So the scent's going up.
Yeah, this cave is melting actually from the fire. The fire spreads very quickly because this is pretty dry wood, and actually the elk, it's trying to buck away from it because the fire is burning its butt.
Well, I would have did the humane thing of like sever the thing.
You cut the reins? Okay. So the elk's able to get up and it tries to get out of the cave. It runs back.
I watch as it keeps sliding down the ice and I laugh.
Yeah, it does keep slipping through. So yeah, there's a big water pool forming in this corner. But yeah, you're able to see. So as you see down the hall, you see this giant. I mean, this place is probably 30 feet wide. It's just a big ice cavern. There's no rocks. It's all ice. But you do see in spots small holes that again are about that human size. Like you could wither your way in there without being able to move really. But yeah, so you see small holes throughout this cave.
So it's like honeycombed?
Kinda. I mean, they're not that close together, but every 5 to 10 feet you'll see one somewhere. All right. So, are you guys just gonna walk down the hall then?
Yeah.
And who's got the torches?
I've got a torch.
All right. So we have a light source. Okay. Just keep in mind who has torches and all that. As you go down this, you do see that what appears you could go straight, or you can turn left.
Left.
Okay.
Left it is.
As you guys turn left, you see straight ahead what appears to be like a big giant like nest, but it's not a bug nest. It's like a cloth pouch, like a polar bear skins and everything, carcasses, dead humans, dead elk. I mean, just everything, all just kind of laid out, and it's all looks like it's been decaying for a long time.
Definitely wrong.
What
Looking
you
for prints on
don't
the floor?
see is around the corner to the left. So when you turn left, you can look straight ahead and you see all this in a pile, but you can't see there's another corner to the left, and you can't see what's beyond that.
Okay.
Does it appear to be a yeti nest?
I think it's a troll nest. I'll hoist up my shield and and look down at the ground to see if there's any tracks on the floor.
There are. As all you guys are doing this, roll initiative. You guys are fucked.
14.
And
I have a 13.
13.
No, I'm sorry, that's a 14.
13.
14 AJ, 9 Dave, 16 Andrew. Where's okay? There he is. Okay. So as you guys are kind of walking into this room, all of a sudden to your side, you see what you know in the record books or in lore as a giant yeti. I mean, it's got horns on its head and it looks like a giant ape. It's huge. And it just comes barreling out at you. Who was in the front?
Me.
All right, AJ. Let's see what happens to you.
I'm firmly in the middle of the party. I would carry a torch, though. I'm okay with that.
25 armor class?
oh,
What? Yeti's got 25 armor class?
No, your armor class. 25?
No, mine is 18 with my shield out.
All right, let's see what happens to you.
Only we had some bagpipes and a ring of evasion.
Plus 18 points of damage.
Oh.
So he kind of comes up and just claws at you. And as he does that, who was second in the order?
I guess I was.
All right. 20.
Hits.
He claws at you for 12 points of damage. So he kind of claws once at AJ and then reaches out to claw at you. I mean, this guy's huge.
That was only half of my hit points.
All right. Not Posey. Andrew, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna use my one action to cast Cure Wounds on my captain, and I yell, "Captain, my captain!"
Excellent. All right, next up we're gonna go with AJ.
I scream out, "Seize the day!" and swipe with this thing. I'm gonna give it everything I got. I'm going to make a trip attack.
Okay.
That was a 12 HP also, AJ.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So that's 18. Okay. When you hit a creature with a weapon in your attack, you can expend one
Hey,
spirit
AJ, you said you were holding a torch, correct?
Yeah, that's in the hand that's
Okay.
holding the shield.
Okay, so just so you guys know, it seemed afraid and tried to stay away from your torch.
Ah. Okay. So this will also work against a large creature. I just checked.
Okay.
Okay. Come on, baby. So this is the roll with the superiority die.
So,
Oh, you are shitting me. That's 3 natural ones over.
Do you have inspiration?
like,
Yeah,
You might want
I
to
do. I'm going to use my inspiration.
I only get 2 casting and it's a short rest to get my casting back. Like, so 4d6.
Okay. Yeah!
What'd you get?
Okay, so that is 18. Do I get to, with inspiration, do I get to use the superiority die again, or?
I'll allow it. Yeah, I'll allow it.
We do.
Good champion. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 to hit.
I'm sorry, how much to hit?
26?
Oh, yeah, you hit.
Okay. That is... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13 points of damage, and I trip it over.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
so
do.
it makes a strength saving throw.
All right, that's not good. 19. Yeah, he makes it.
Okay.
So you don't really trip him.
No.
You try. But do you want to try and do something else, maybe with the other hand that has a torch in it?
Yeah, with my action surge, I will.
You wouldn't even
throw-
need the action surge. You could just try and hit him with the torch, also. I would say.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll punch forward with the shield and the flame poking out, and try and hit him with it.
Okay.
Make it roll. Oh. No.
All right. Well, it seemed to intimidate him at least, so he kind of like moves out of the way as you swing at him. Next up is Ryan.
Okay, so that same like cloak of shadow with eyeballs projecting from it manifests around me, and I let him hear a fraction of what I hear. Dissonant whispers, so he has a wisdom save.
Ooh.
Alright.
Haha, you're not gonna like that. What's he have to beat?
DC 15.
Yeah, I beat that.
Okay, so he's only going to take half of 15 points of damage then.
All right, so we'll say that's 8.
Okay.
So as that happens, Posey.
So, you see my foot hit right, then left, then right, then left, and I'm right in front of it, and I'm going to try to stab my rapier into its chest.
Okay.
So, that is 13 to hit.
That will not do it.
I am going to action surge and cast Firebolt on it.
Okay.
But since it's a ranged attack and I'm so close, is that at disadvantage?
Yeah, now you're within 5 feet, so yeah, disadvantage.
But I'm going to use my inspiration and cancel that out.
Perfect.
Okay. So that is an 18, and if it can be on fire, it is, and I'll roll damage for you.
It won't catch on fire, but yes, roll damage.
Oh, I guess I was assuming that an 18 hit it. I don't know.
It does hit it. It does hit it. Yeah.
All right, so that is 8 points of fire damage.
All right, so I'm going to count that as 16. So you see this firebolt hits it, and this, you can tell it scorches it bad.
Thank God. Does it go to retreat away from me?
No.
Or the
But
rest
he
of my friends behind me, though?
disoriented. He seems disoriented enough that he might be at disadvantage.
Okay, I just want to make sure that the party is behind me. So he's attacking me.
Yeah, AJ's kind of next to you.
Okay.
But yes. Next up is Brad.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna run up there. As soon as I get close to one of the characters, I'm gonna grab their shoulder, leap up at the creature's head, and try to grapple its head.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Ooh, that's worse.
Sorry.
I will use inspiration, I think.
Okay.
For that bad roll. Whoops.
And technically, it's an opposed, I'll say. So I'll
Okay,
count it as
that would
Brad.
be a athletics. It would be a 17.
Okay, you're able to do it. You have grappled this guy's head.
My purpose is to kind of blind him with my body.
Okay. Oh, so you're on the front of him too.
Yeah.
Okay. Dave.
All right. I'm going to step up, use inspiration, use my bonus action to second wind as I attack it. I'm also going to use a superiority die to goad it. So 23 to hit.
That'll work.
I get back 6.
Oh, sorry. Take your inspiration back, Brad. It didn't cost you inspiration. He's at disadvantage. Same thing for you, Dave. It did not cost you inspiration.
Okay.
And okay, so
So you're automatically at advantage.
I do 11, 17 points of damage.
Of regular type of damage?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's got to make a wisdom save, DC 13, or be goaded.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got him. So he's goaded. So what's that mean?
So that means if he doesn't attack me, he's got disadvantage.
Okay.
And I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
And I'm going to use another superiority die to use a push attack. So that's a 23 again.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And he'll take 13 points of damage. And DC 13 strength check, I believe. Which probably
He will
won't
not
work.
make it.
What's that?
He did not make it.
So he's pushed back 15 feet from me.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, you guys are tearing him up quick. That's good. So next up is him. So he's just kind of like, "Rrr." And as he does this, he kind of comes at you, Dave, since you just hit him, and he comes at you with 2 claws at disadvantage.
Okay, well, if he's coming into my reach, then I'm going to take an attack of opportunity.
Technically, okay, you can do that. Actually, he's not going to be able to hit you, though, because he can't see because of the guy on his face. But yes, you can get an attack of opportunity as he stumbles into your place.
All right, well, that would be a critical fail, but I'm going to use my inspiration.
Don't need to. You're still at advantage.
Okay, that's even better. So, can I use triple inspiration?
Now, if you want to use inspiration, you can.
That's 13.
13? That's with using inspiration off your second roll?
No, that's not using inspiration.
Yeah, you're going to miss. You want to
Then
try?
I'm going to use inspiration, and I'm still going to miss.
Jeez! Just get them all out.
All right, all
All the
right.
bad rules out.
So next up is Andrew.
Okay. I'm going to take the spear and try to impale his foot and stick it into the ice.
Okay.
And that's going to be an 18 versus AC.
Oh, yeah, you can do it.
Alright, so that's going to be for 9 points of piercing damage. And then, while the spear is sticking through his foot into the ground, I'm going to say Spear of Fate. And as my bonus action, summon another astral spear that flips over and stabs his other foot into the ground.
Oh, okay.
And that one's going to be a 16 versus AC.
That'll hit.
Alright, so that will be for 10 points of force damage.
Okay, so you're able to do that. Now, I rolled an acrobatics check to see if he could stay up while having this done, and he can't. So he just kind of falls over with his feet stuck in the ground on his back. Brad, do me a favor and roll an athletics check to hold on so you don't get flung off or bludgeoning damage.
Is this advantage or
You can have advantage.
17?
Okay, you're able to hold on. So he's like on his back, and you're still on his face. He's going to take some extra damage from you falling on his face, so I will take that off.
I don't know if I'd really hurt him, but I'm just holding on, I guess. But
Yeah. You fell on that soft spot on his nose. All right, so next would be AJ.
All right.
He's prone on his back.
I'm going to throw the flask of alcohol from the halfling.
Okay.
And hopefully, get, I don't know, throw it on it. Do I need to roll to strike for that, or am I close
roll
enough?
to strike, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to splosh it.
At advantage.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's 18.
Okay. And so that was with your free hand, correct?
Yeah.
And you hit. Are you doing something with your other hand?
Well, hang on, I don't really have the free hand, do I? So I guess I just sort of dropped my sword and did that. So I'll use an action surge to take out my trident and and give it a stab.
Okay.
Okay.
And you're at advantage again.
Oh, I am? Okay.
Yep, he's prone.
Hey, look at that, 2 13s. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. So that is a D8. No, it's a D6.
Still rolling with advantage against him? Is that saying that? We're still rolling with advantage against him?
7 points of damage.
All right. So you sting him with your trident.
Yep.
All right. Next up is Ryan.
All right, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him, and he's prone, so we get advantage. Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Is Eldritch
Also
flaming
disadvantage because of fear of
I
fire.
critted him.
All right.
Woo!
Double damage.
Okay, so
That's force damage, right?
all right.
That's why I said your modifier. One.
So this is going to hurt him way more than it's going to hurt me because I already rolled a 10. All right. So 18 points of damage.
Nice.
As a line of like coruscating shadow streaks into him, and that cloak is revealed again.
Oh.
Awesome. Yeah, you hurt him really bad. He's rough. I mean, this guy's in a rough spot. He's got hair burnt off his chest. He's got a halfling sitting on his face.
That's the worst insult, really.
It really is. He's flossing. Posing. Puncture.
Like Pebbles.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
Is it my turn?
Yes, Posey.
All right. Well, I'm just going to stand over top of him and try and hit a part of his body that another party member isn't on. All right. So that's a 15 to hit.
That will barely hit.
All right. So I set him on fire, and that is for 4 points of damage.
This is a fire blast?
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
All right. So I did double. I'm counting that as double damage for the heck of it.
Okay.
All right.
Am I getting burned because he's on fire?
No, it hit him like in his leg, we'll say.
Does he go up like a redneck bonfire?
He does not, no. But you scorched some hair off his leg, Posey. Brad,
Okay.
it is your turn.
I'm just gonna keep holding him,
Okay.
grappling
You
him.
want to try
So
and attack while you're grappling
Hold
this
him close. Hold him close, Jack.
I'd rather just hold him close and not get away.
Okay.
You should sing a little song to him.
Penny whistle. There's a penny whistle solo involved, I believe.
Dave, it is your turn.
All right.
The time to hesitate is through.
A 20 to stab him
Oh, yeah.
for 13 points of damage.
All right, good job. Okay, it is his turn. So he's going to claw at the halfling on his face first.
That's not really good.
Natural 1 will make him claw his own face. So he misses you somehow. I don't know how, but it happens. Or what was the rest of his? Well, he will take 11. And as he claws his own eyeballs somehow, you hear him just go, "Roar!" Then he's going to come up with the other claw at you. For a 19 armor class. What's your armor class?
I would be, since I'm not really moving, 10.
We'll still say 15. Yeah, okay. He still hits you. For 11 points of damage as he claws you. Now, as he's clawing you, though, he is pulling you off of his face. So give me an athletics check to hold on. I rolled a 25.
Oh. I can't beat that unless I roll 20, so.
So he pries you off of his face and sets you to the side. And that was his turn. And so now we are back up to Andrew.
When he sets him over on the side with his arm, I twirl another spear out from behind my back and jump and try to peg his other arm to the ground.
Okay, you're at advantage because he's
We're
prone.
working on a crucifixion here.
Yeah, no, you got this, man. You're at advantage.
Crucifixion? Freedom, sir. Actually, freedom.
All right, that's 19.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Oh yes. And that's going to be 9 points of piercing damage.
Are you sure you want to go for the arm with your kill shot?
Oh, I still got one weapon left.
Okay.
We'll say that I stab his arm, and then I go like this with my fingers and pull the spear out of his leg, my spiritual weapon, spin it around, and just stab him, like square through the face. It like goes through his nose, shatters his face, and it just parts open and stabs into the ice behind it.
Okay, great. Yeah, you kill him. As you look around, you do see what looks to be a dead troll in the corner. It's in the pile with all the other dead bodies of everything else, like polar bears and wolves, and you even see a bunch of eaten bugs, like those bugs you've seen before. This is like, obviously this thing's home, and it's been just piling up on things that it eats. You also see in the pile of the carcasses mixed in, you see like weapons and things like that as well. So yeah.
I walk over to the troll, slit its arm, and drink straight from the vein.
Okay, okay. So do me a favor and give me a con save.
Oh, it's infested with those bugs, man.
Ooh.
Alright, that's a 20 Constitution save.
Okay. Do me a favor, Brad, Posey, and Dave. Roll a con saving throw.
Well, 12.
16.
12.
12. And what'd you get, Dave?
15.
15. Okay. Great. All right. So you see that there's really not anything else in here. This is it. You do see a bunch of those small holes. There is a hole that's a little bigger than the smaller ones, but not quite as big for this abominable yeti to get down. But if you guys wanted, you could go down there.
Wait, so with the pile, like there's weapons in the piles of stuff?
Oh yeah, there's like spears, axes, all sorts of things.
Well, I'm gonna pull out my book that nobody else can see and consult it and confer with it for a moment.
Okay.
And I'll be casting Detect Magic as a ritual from it.
Yes, you do detect magic actually. If you cipher through it, you see 2 spears that seem to be magical. You see a rapier that seems to be magical. And that's it. So 2 spears and a rapier. Oh, and a battle axe. I'm sorry.
I'll point them out that these items have arcane properties. I guess I can get the schools that are involved with them, right?
I greedily grab one of the spears.
Okay. This spear feels extremely light in your hands. I mean, you feel like you could throw this thing extremely far and extremely powerful.
I just hold it up in the air and pray to Grump and say, Grump.
When you do that, you actually see a mark on it that appears to be his marking.
I give it like a really quick flourish and cut down with it and just nod my head and say, I am back in favor with the God of War.
So what this spear does, you can throw it for the full range with regular throwing, no disadvantage.
Oh, wow.
And only when you throw it, it's a +1. It's a damage only.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I like to go and check out this rapier. Is there anything fascinating about it?
Yeah, as you pick this rapier up, I mean, even before you pick it up, you can see it's got some flame designs on it. You pick it up, it actually gives off a heat in your hand that you can feel the heat, and you can see that the flame designs actually look like they are, like if you look really carefully, it looks like there's fire inside of the blade, almost like a window into a flame.
Oh, sweet. So I suspect it has one of those blades that does like the S curve.
Yeah. And actually, as you, I'll tell you what it does mechanically. Mechanically, it's just fire property. So your 1d6 damage will be fire damage.
Oh, rapiers are D8, but
Or d8. I'm sorry.
D8 fire
Another short
damage.
sword.
Awesome, that's great.
I go over and pick up the other spear.
The other spear feels very bulky to you. Very heavy.
It's a Britney spear.
This one mechanically, it has the same marking as the other one of Grump. It doesn't feel like you could throw it very far, but if you were to
It's
actually
neat.
deliver a blow with it, you feel like this thing would just bust through almost anything.
I spin it around, feel its balance, and I toss it to the half-orc.
Yep.
This one is meant for you as well.
Oh
So this
yeah,
one's the
I greedily
opposite.
catch it.
Yeah, when you catch it, it's heavy. You almost drop it. It's really heavy. You feel like this is the opposite. This one's not made for range. If you tried to throw it, you're at disadvantage the whole way. But if you actually stick something with it, it's going to go right through it and give you extra damage.
My one eye literally weeps in joy.
Very specialized spears. And the battle axe. Anyone care to look at that one?
Yeah, I'll heft that battle axe.
Okay. The battle axe feels very similar to the rapier. It's got the same designs, flame designs, and when you peer at the blade on the battle axe, you can really see the fire. I mean, it's bigger, so it's got a bigger window. It looks like so yeah, and it does the same thing. It's a battle axe with fire.
Nice.
All right. With that, I will wrap up here. I'll just tell you guys what was passed here. The only other thing passed here was the Queen Flying Bug's nest, which that's all you would have found was her and a bunch of those flying bugs, and more than likely you would not have made it out alive due to numbers. But yeah, thank you for playing. I'll go around. You guys can say your final goodbyes, and we'll call it there. So first, we will start with AJ Pickett.
Hopefully my cam will keep going, not freeze me out. Yes, good, okay. Thank you very much, everybody. This will probably be the last thing that I do for Brigade Con because I've been up for a long time. And it's been fantastic. And thanks for good times, guys. Excellent game, as always.
Thank you,
Thanks,
AJ.
Juce.
Thank you, AJ. I appreciate it. Next up, we'll go with Andrew.
This is Andrew Knapp, aka SR2 Joker, and I leave you with one parting public service announcement. Always use your deity's chosen weapon.
Ain't that the truth? Brad, Blackjack Rabbit.
Well, thanks for having me, guys, and thanks for a game. Have a good night, guys.
Good times.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brad.
No problem.
David and Ryan with Nerdarchy.
That's us.
That's us, Nerdarchy.com, Nerdarchy Facebook,
Right, yeah, all over the interwebs.
on the YouTubes.
Yep, and you still have your chance, I think, to buy the Brigade Con T-shirt, which will go to the Child's Play charity. So you should go check that out on the brigadecon.org or on the Facebook group for Brigade Con,
Or just donate.
or just donate. And
Don't
we'll
forget,
think about that.
Rosie will be matching your donations.
So there's that. So, and otherwise, don't roll like my brother.
Great. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys joining our game.
And, yeah, and thank you for running, Juice.
Yeah, good times, man. Good times.
There will be more. I have no doubt. And Posey, Maps and Dragons.
My name's Philip Posey, I run Maps and Dragons. So Legio de Levine makes it back into the palace where he's to marry the princess.
I got a whole wrap-up thing for you. Don't worry.
So he goes back in there, and he actually sees his grandfather standing over the corpses of the dead family members, and he's summoning up their blood and making these shadow constructs. And Legio just kind of drops the fire rapier that he was going to bring as a gift, and that's where it ends.
Excellent.
Nice.
So yeah, now those of you who failed con saving throws, AJ Pickett. The next day, Blath Rotface succumbs to the bug coming out of its mouth on the journey back. Ewick manages to get back to the port before he falls in the tavern while he's going over his studies, hacking up blood. A bug comes out of his mouth. And everybody else lives happily ever after with whatever they want, however they want. So, 2 of you fell in this campaign.
Gods finally win.
But yeah, thank you very much again for playing. With that, be sure to go check out Tabletop RPG One Shot Group, the RPG One Shot discussion group on Facebook, and go check out the closing ceremonies. I will be part of that, so it's already started, I believe. So I'm heading over there right now. But thank you again. I appreciate it, guys, and have a good night. I hope you guys enjoyed Brigade Con.
Thank you.
Thank you, Juice. Good night, everybody.
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night and thanks.